Uh, 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 uh. Is it starting? Yeah, we're live. How do you do this? I need to go to this. Only get it set up. Yeah, because I knew that would be the case. I am feeling a little better, but I am still in major pain. Major Pain, good movie. It's funny. Good. It's a good movie. Well, it is. I haven't seen it in a while, so fuck you, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good movie, right? Wait. I don't think they can hear you. No, they can't hear you. Now they can
Oh,
hear you.
it sounded so hollow. So
Yeah.
hollow.
I was trying to convince myself. You right.
You right, you right.
Well, I'm not gonna
I
deny.
know. I
And it
know.
is funny though, I will
Oh!
admit. It has its moments.
I don't know. I've never watched. Have I watched it? At the top
It's
of my head, I don't remember watching it.
clearly you never heard of the train that could meme. That's where that comes from.
The train that could.
Yeah, because basically it's about a guy. Ah, fuck. I'd have to show you the clip for you to understand it. Hold on, I gotta
Oh.
fucking do something. Need to do this. Okay, good. Now they can see again. I said let there be gameplay.
Actually, would he be good? Huh? Cause if you go south, go here.
Oh, what? Let me in.
But there's not a
This
lot
is
of
gonna be
space in the
rough.
back. And then this wall doesn't
Too
help.
hot and too cold.
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
Mm-hmm. It's mostly just feelings and stuff like that. Uh,
Hey.
actually,
Oh.
inviting people, it's just doing it. Dude. Whenever I open their profile.
ASMR channel's doing pretty well compared to
That's
how
good.
this channel started.
That's
Getting natural
good,
views every
dude.
video.
That's good. Keep it up, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at you doing so well. Ooh, hmm. How's the style?
Uh,
Hello, hello, welcome, my yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, let's do that,
apparently
and
there's
let's.
lore to Krugs. I'm gonna have to read into that.
Oh, 1 second. I might be going.
Oh, okay. Well, can I play the music? No? Why not? Alright. Good. Got music going on. Spear's this way. Which I'm pretty sure. I haven't played this in a while. I haven't played. Have I played this? I must have. 'Cause this was on. This is Prison Map. Open up. Thanks. Hi, buddy. Oh, damn it. Okay, so... Oh, wait, I got a key. Wait. What? How you doing, Railgun? Okay, well, that's fine. You leave me alone. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, some work. Alright, well, do your work, buddy. Do it. Get famous. Get powerful. Get strong. Do it. It's a bitch and a half. Hi! I'm trying to do something nice. Leave me the fuck alone. Oh shit, I think it hurt me. Let's go over this. What's over here? Okay. Shit. Where do I use this key? I can't hear anything. The music is way too loud, so I'm not gonna turn it down. What would I do over here? But, yeah, don't let anybody stop you. Do it. Get at it. It's a bitch of a journey, but it's so worth it. Get the fuck out of here! Bitch. Where am I going? Is there any... No, there's nothing. Whatever else, some people are just different, not good. Dude, don't let anybody play that. I was never told I was doing a good job, but if you're doing your best, then know that you're doing your best. Don't let anyone belittle that. It happened to me for most of high school. Oh, that's a... Oh, fuck me, okay. I'm gonna take this anyways. Don't let anyone belittle you with that shit, dude. Now, where the hell do I put this fucking key? Here. Ow! What the fuck? Where? Hi! Security room. Oh, you're... Screw it. That was it? That was it? Holy shit, it was. That was the easiest one I've ever been a part of. What the fuck? Okay, well that's not a valid area. Okay, can make it the best sentence is so easy. Return life by starting. It's not that I'm saying I'm not good enough, because I'm genuinely not. Just, you know, you're talking down on yourself. Tell yourself on it, 'cause that's bullshit. Work at it. You'll get better, dude. Trust me. I was fucking terrible at studying. I barely...
Yeah, really.
Oh, care to help me out with this?
What?
Railgun is venting in the chat. I'm trying to make him feel better. Yeah. So, do what no one else can. Break the cycle. That's what I did. Did that, or I'm just stuck at one stage of it. I don't know.
What? Sorry, what happened?
I'll just... Okay. I'll just read it to you. Hold on. So he said, I have some work to do, but I've got the time. So I said, what's going on? He said, I don't know, man. It's just such crappy people, and I've always been told that I just didn't work hard enough. And, alright, I've always, fuck, I got lost. I'm out of it right now. I don't know, man. I just live with such crappy people, and I've always been told that I just didn't work hard enough, but I realized that maybe some people are just different and not the good kind.
Well, look, everyone's different. Everyone has different affinities towards different subjects.
Yeah, that's what I said. Kind of,
And
not
some
really.
people don't understand that. So they put their own mental image of how their lives are and correspond the person they're looking at like to that sort of sheet that they have for themselves, and they just kind of base it off their opinions.
Okay, so he said, like, I'm working on my
Right.
essay right now, and all those around me just can make up the best sentences so easy and retain a lot by studying, and it's not that I'm saying I'm not good enough, because I'm genuinely not.
Dude, some people, I don't understand how people write. I'm horrible at writing,
Same.
okay?
Dude, I'm telling you this right now. I made, like, a fucking, I don't know how I did this in high school and got away with it. I kept, like, what the fuck is it? It's not a method, it's not a solution. It's basically following the same thing over and over again, but just different.
Algorithm? No.
Algorithm, pretty much,
Algorithm?
yeah. Fucking pretty much. I wrote the exact same thing. I started with this, but whatever it was, I just basically switched it out. It's basically insert this here and then talk about this. Insert this here and then talk about that. It was the exact same thing over and over again, but just with the different topics, and I don't know how I got away with it. Writing
Well,
is
it's because
fucking hard.
realist,
I mean, I'll keep it real,
realist.
dude. With the book and all that, I'm sorry to interrupt, but with the book and all of that, I am still struggling with trying to write the correct ways and make it more interactive.
Oh no, I can have a billion different ideas, right? But it just don't work, right? I can't put it down to words. Words don't work for me in general. And I'm stupid. I say it, but that's not a problem. 'Cause there's a lot of other stupid people in the world, and they're doing fine. Yep, close enough. Uh,
Okay. So to finish this off, he says, I keep making mistakes and failing, bro taco, and I keep living in such cycles as these, and I'm just tired of it. I say honestly, just make the change. It will be. All right, thanks. I guess was more of just saying things I'm frustrated with. That's also very valid. But to be honest, I've kind of already heard this before. I get better over time. That's same thing with me. I
I
lived in a
wish I
cycle
could
of
actually
self-hate
have
for
the. Sorry,
years. It was
sorry.
not healthy.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I wish I could have the self drive to decide to go to the gym.
Dude, I have a gym in my fucking house and I don't go.
I have one too, and I can't. Mostly because the room is literally just so depressing. It's one small window.
If you're lucky, mine doesn't. Mine has one window, but it's covered with shit.
And it's like also downstairs too, but not even in the basement. It's like halfway down somehow.
Is that one room in your house that I didn't go into?
Yeah. No, I think
I
it's the
think
other
I
one.
know what room you're talking about. You're talking about the stairs to your basement, and then there's like
Yeah.
halfway down there's the door on the left.
And that's good, Railgun. It's fun. Yeah.
It is fun.
It
It
is
is.
fun.
It's also like a great mental booster. But be careful. You can get lost with the self-hate again with what the fuck is it? I can't think of it because I'm out of it right now. Body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia. You can do workout as much as you want, and at some point, maybe, just keep an eye out for it, you'll look in the mirror and you'll say, this isn't good enough. I have to do better. When in reality, just realize you can do better, but not because you want to do better, but because it's
I've
fun.
never seen Common Rider. Sorry. I'm focusing on the new message. I've never seen Common Rider.
I've never seen Kamen Rider either. Holy fuck! But 45 minutes? Fuck no!
I don't know.
Fuck it.
Arcana Karthus looks like he could be an Arcana Jin skin almost. There's a lot of those. Irelia. Malzahar.
Well,
Tinde books.
I don't know
Cut
who all is
the
viewing
books.
right now, but if you ever want to just rant or talk, nothing. We won't judge. This is a not judging space.
Oh no, totally.
Unless
I
it's like
judge
the
all the
obvious.
time.
That's also Pope, yes. But he doesn't judge in
It's
like a hating way.
it's super judgy. Judgment galore.
But it's
I
not in a
hate
hating
everyone.
way.
I hate
Right?
everyone.
Okay.
I hate everyone.
He even hates
Hate
me.
is a strong word. Hate is a very strong word, and I'm using it. Is Peak Bro? Gotta watch it sometimes. Yeah,
You
maybe.
know what I want to watch with this fucker? I want to watch the Japanese Spider-Man. The one
Hey,
where his origin story is like he tries to save someone, but she falls off of like an apartment building and dies. Like that's his
haha.
origin story. He also got his
Sorry.
powers from aliens.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
I shit the bed on joining the stream. Okay, Sundowner, you're fine.
Primal.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Primal.
I'm gonna play some music and we're just gonna relax.
Of course you
Take
are.
this as a chance to just not detox.
Detox.
It's not detox. Detox isn't the
Why
right
did
word.
I know exactly you were gonna? Why
Yeah,
did I know
fuck
you were
you,
gonna use
dude.
that
I
word?
know. God, shut the fuck
Why?
up.
Why did I
Go
know that?
fuck
Why?
yourself.
Wow! No!
I'm recording
Wow!
that. That is
That's
100% a
crazy.
clip, but you can suck my
That's
nuts.
crazy, dude.
See,
Bro,
I
I
was
watched.
gonna say detox, but it's not the right word, so go fuck yourself.
Wow! Oh my
I
god.
will say though, it is crazy that you fucking nailed that.
On the head, dude.
What the fuck? Am I crazy?
I might.
Oh,
I'll be back.
I thought I saw it
I'm just gonna
crashing.
check something. Just in case.
We can't have that, can we, Dr. Daddy? We'll just have to...
In quote unquote in honor, in celebration of finishing Until Dawn, I wanted to stream the movie in the DC at some point. In Discord. When? I don't know. Boop. Bam. Bop. Dude, progress is a bitch. It'll be slow every fucking time. Hi, mister. Stop fucking screaming. You're fine. Brick. Okay, we got bottle, brick. Ooh, we got bottle. Get the fuck over. What am I supposed to do exactly? I am here. Okay? I heard someone. Is this what I think it is? Hold on. Wait. No. This isn't Destroy the Fettermans. No. Is it? Fucking goddamn it. Oh, this. The root canal ride. Okay. Uh-oh. They're releasing the hounds. Indeed. Somebody hates having it. Okay. That's all you, man. I don't know. I don't really fuck around with Cole. That he is something different. Fuck out of here. I need a bottle. No, that's no bottle. No bottle. No. Oh. Wait. Bap. Bop. I need an organ. Or Nana. You guys know that reference? Huh? Okay, well. Stupid joke anyways. Bam! Uh-oh. Someone's not so happy. Go this way, over here. Ow! He was in the Spider-Verse. I remember he... fuck out of here. Yeah! Thanks. He listened. Oh, son of a bitch. Where's it? Fuck. Fuck. Bottle. Okay, gotta be careful. Slowly. Yeah, he was in the Spider-Verse movies. He was. 100% he was. Ticket. Evidence. Ooh. I'm having a good time this round. Shit. He doesn't hear me. He's an idiot. I'm gonna feed the clowns this. See if this works. No fucking shot. Did that? No. No way. Seriously? That was behind me. Fuck! Okay, well, they're coming at me from all angles, so I'm kind of screwed here. Bash it, bash it, bash it, run, bash it, run. Shit! Come on, come on, come on, come on. No fucking way. Boost! Oh, fuck it, not worth it. Bullshit, you just want to help? Fuck out of here. Okay, I went straight, I went over there. I think the last one is to the left. At least it should be. I don't know. I think it is. Observe the map. I don't want to fucking do that. It's just asking for me to die. Listen here. Nothing. Nice. My eyes hurt. I need to blink more. I've been... It's gonna sound so stupid, but I have been forgetting to blink. And trust me, I know how that sounds. Fuck. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, over this way. shit. Okay, that actually startled me. Damn it. Fuck, I need a bottle. I'm not going back to that shit. You got me fucked up. Where's a bottle? Come on. I only got one around here. Crackhead. Man, stop holding back. There we go. I know you had one. Shit. 30 seconds, not bad. That's fine. We can take one stabbage. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think about blinking, but at the same time, I just don't think at all. I got smooth brain. Damn it! Yeah, I got smooth brain. No ridges or lumps or valleys or bumps. All thoughts just fall off. Okay, well, apparently throwing organs at them doesn't do anything. Surprise, chat. Who'd have thought? Hi! Don't mind me. Grab it. He's got me in a corner! Oh, I actually hit him. Okay, well, fuck it. We'll just take the long way around. Go! What do you mean, button not available yet? Oh. Pills. Give me that shish. My eyes hurt. Can you send me a YouTube link? Oh, can I press? Yes, okay, thank you. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'll push the boat. Let's see. I'll take that. Yay. Follow the wires. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, well, there's one. Oh. Alright. Icky! God, fuck. Got it in my mouth. Ew! Knock it off. Fuck. All I saw was somebody talking, but I don't know who it was. Okay, well, I got this back, so we're fine for now. Woo! Well, that's fine. What? What the fuck are you pointing at? Bullshit. Fuck out of here. Damn it! What the fuck? Oh shit. that's not a plea. Door bashing. Fuck me! Holy fuck! Hi there, buddy! That was a little spooky, I will not lie. I may have shattered my pants a little bit. This is not the right area. I'm going really ahead of myself now. Oh. Well, yeah, I saw that way today. So, do I have to... I'm serious? Oh. Oh, okay. Ow! Not enough water, got it. So, what ones do I have to do? Restore pressure, got it. So, which ones do I have to... What the fuck? Oh, of course she's here. What the... Oh, somebody... Oh, hi, lady! Okay, well... Holy shit, are you serious? There's gonna be a moon mission next year? What? Fuck yeah, dude! No. Yep, I'll listen to Claro. Oh, we want D2. Fuck, when did I start going? What? This. Ow. Uh-oh. Little bastards on the loose. Okay, B should be down there. Yep. We can do that. We'll be fine. Oh, fuck. Alright, B. Am I crazy? Hi there! The fuck alone! No, we want to use this one. Hopefully. isn't the right one. I think it is. Yep. Yes, it is. A little irritating that it's all the way down here. That's whatever. What the fuck are the stairs? This, here. Millennium year after, our NASA's budget for 27 will be a 50% from last year, which is already 500 million more than last year. Ooh, fuck yeah, dude. Murky ass water, dude. Bye, little children. Farewell. Oh, I gotta push you more. Damn it. Get the fuck out of my life. Little bastards. Well, I'm gonna get stabbed. Yeah, fuck this shit. It's fucking over there. No, fine. We can do this. Fuck me. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know. Dude, your guess is just as fucking good as mine. My question is, how the fuck do I get over this? Oh, well, that's definitely not how. Cool. Nice little jump scare there. Oh, shit. Where the hell am I going, and how do I get the fuck out of here? I'm looking for stairs. Yeah, don't act like you don't see me, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Sky bottle, we're fine. There we go, stairs. Come on. Okay, now let's make the run. Fuck. Where is she? 10 seconds. Okay, we're fine. We made it. Yeah, man, it's not bad. Well, completed all of the special therapy missions, so... Yeah. I don't really care about the grade, I just wanted to complete the mission. Ow. My eyes are killing me, dude. Alright. I might order dinner soon. My back is killing me, my arms are killing me, and my leg are on fire. Vaccines are kicking my fucking ass. Well, both of these are complete, so... Yeah! I don't have enough, damn it! Are you close to getting to the end reading off the wiki page? What do you mean getting to the end? What? What you talking about? I could technically rebirth.
I wouldn't drink it. Are you happy with Great B?
No, but at this point I'll just take whatever I get because I don't really care.
Instrument says you're done with the therapy.
Yeah, this is technically as close as we'll get to the end of this game. No fucking way! Seriously? I don't mean to, like, not... Oh my god, I do! What the fuck, since when? Okay, hold on, I need to check YouTube music. I need to see what's gonna play next. Oh, here's a good one. Alright. Holy shit, I got... Dude! When the fuck did I get so many viewers? Like... I'm not complaining, I'm just in disbelief, because it happened so quickly! Fuck, it is Friday, isn't it? God, it is. I'm gonna wait to play this song until we're actually in it. This will be the fourth time that I rebirth, I believe. Fourth? Third. Fourth. Fourth. Yes. Yes, fourth. Okay, let's... Wait, hold on. I bring these... Yeah. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, shit. See, this sucks because I'm technically deaf because the music is that loud. I'm not complaining. It's a vibe. This just means that I'm gonna have to retry this a lot, if anything. Fuck me. No! Holy shit, Indiana Jones, that shit. Holy fuck, dude. Oh shit. You fucking kidding. Please. Don't make me waste my ult. I fucking will if I gotta. Don't make me. Get in there? That's not fine. What did I get here?
This your favorite song. Translation, ven aquí mami, así culo. Tú quiero que mi huevo si papi mores espero chuparse puto pendejo el pinche cabrón. Let's get it nice like this, I'm a night like this. Sword in my hand, I fight like this, and I'm more than a man.
Alright, we gotta take this slowly. Ooh, that's... Oh, don't lose your head now. Stupid fucking joke. Am I crazy or am I doing the right thing? Oh, that's the poison. That's not good. That's horizontal lines. That's not good, buddy. Fuck me. Okay, well, time to just fucking run for it. Damn it! Okay, Nick Jones it again. Did not work. What I meant to do. No, I don't want to speedrun this shit. Fuck it. Damn it! This is not gonna be a fun one. Okay, take that. Just turn this up in there. Yeah, span is perfect. I need a battery now. I've also wondered what it'd be like. Will I try it? Honestly, I don't know. I've said I wanted to, but I don't think I will. I think it just doesn't seem like the type of thing I would do. That'd be perfect. Okay, black. My hand is on those things. Fuck me! Okay. You're not supposed to be there! Okay, that's bullshit. That's fucked! That's fucked! Fuck me, I gotta run. Man, fuck this shit. This is rigged. Dang it, I don't know what keys I need, do I? No, I do not. Answer the question. No, 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 no. Damn it. There's fucking everyone here. Where's this? Dude. Fucking screw this, I'm out. Moon Eye. Alright, chat. Oh shit. Are you crazy or is that? Okay. What? Get the fucking brick! No, this is screwed because. Fuck, am I supposed to get past him? Oh my god, okay, at least we got that. Trying to bait him, but it's not fucking working, dude. Get over here! Please. My eyes are killing me. Is there any other way out of here? No, there's not. That's incredible. Come here. Okay, I guess we're just gonna be patient and wait for this big bitch to move. Not over here. Not over here. Or fucking pick a fucking lane and go, dude. Diamond. Fire. Good to know. You think I can make a run for it? I can make a run for it. Diamond and fire. Diamond and fire. Folks work for so long, I can't remember to. Neither can I. That's a struggle of mine. I'm trying to get better with that though as well. There's a lot of things I'm trying to get better with. I don't have anything. He's not behind me. He's not behind me. He's not behind me. Damn it! Okay, that's a lot of damage, actually. That's actually a lot of damage. Okay, well, there's fire over there, so we don't have to worry about fire. We now need to find diamond. Well, we found both of them. So right now, our main thing is just... Gotta get fire. Fire is over here. Okay, diamond should be over here to the left. Perfect. Hurry up, we're fine. Now, I can use the brick to take out the big bastard. Hopefully I won't have to come to... Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna be hit. Yep. It's fine. We're fine. We can heal from this. We can recover. Okay. Let's gotta get the other key in and then we're fine. Where is it? Damn it! Unlock him.
Fuck you trying to do?
I think we're fine. For now, we're fine. Gotta lock in and get this thing though, like quickly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Eye. Got eye. I think eye spider lamb is what it is. Oh, fuck, he's like right behind me. I don't want to talk to you, dick. No. Give me a... Oh, that's not a real guy. Startled me for a second. I thought that was a real dude. This. Absolute lock-in happening right now. This shit would be studied. Probably not. That's major over-exaggeration. Okay, he's there, so we're gonna go over here. Wait. Where the fuck is that coming from? Oh, we're fine. What's the deal with Hell Killer? Alright, good question. I don't know. Of course I do. Of course I do. Why the fuck wouldn't I? Of course. Oh, the bitch is right behind me. Careful now. I think we're in the territory of the big guy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello Kitty Girls. Dangerous force, but fun time. I'll just say that. So, careful what you're getting yourself into, dude. That's all I can say in that situation. Yes, perfect. That is like right over there. Use that now. And then grab this. Shit. Fuck it, run. Shit. You know what I'm Okay, well, this is not a good situation to be in. Okay, for love fuck, stop jumping. Fuck this. Hell's gas can? Dude, you're fucking. No! Me, a little bit with this shit. Is that a fucking... No. That was a camera. There's gotta be something around here. Where's the gas canister? It has to be around here. Also, Rogan, what the fuck does 555 mean? Well, that guy's dead. My business now. Holy shit! Got the fucking gas canister. I'm fine. Shouldn't have followed me all the way over here. I think shouldn't have allowed them to, well, quote unquote, allowed them to do that. He's not being here. The fact that I think they're in here is not good. Because I don't have... Actually, I have this, so... We'll be fine if we ever really need to use it, but I prefer to wait to use it until we absolutely have no other choice. Is that fucking down there? This is...
Let's give him a chance to report to the man and find out.
No one will hear me. No one will hear me. We gotta hurry this up. We gotta really hurry this up. Now we just run. I have to follow this because I don't remember where I went. Come on, where do I go? Where do I go? Big guys around here, so I gotta go slow and be careful. Okay. Alright, what do I do now? Nice. I'll share it with the world, alright. Uh-huh. Where do I go? Nice. Did it. Rebirth. First try, too. Surprising. Walk towards the light. Gotta walk towards the light. It's getting bright. Damn, it's getting bright. What the hell? Okay, well. OD, nice, cool, great. Let's GTFO. Right? No? Yeah? The red door, right? That was a knock at the door. Hello? Who is it? Oh, what the fuck is happening? Oh, what the hell? Hi, bud. I don't want to go. What newspaper did we get? Let's see what newspaper we got. My eyes are killing me. Outfit? No. This, we want that. For this, we would like... We'll go with red, yeah. What even happened to me? I don't know. I want my Jester outfit again. Where's my Jester outfit? Here's the shirt. Where are the pants? Was it this? I thought it was something else, though. I'll keep the... Yeah, I want pink. Yeah, I like that. Well... Appearance, I got more for upper body? What? Where? Must be down here more. Yeah, up there. Holy shit! That was a level up. Oh my god, dude! I don't know what happened after I opened the door. They said Spider Eye Lamb, which is essentially the code word for uh like the basically like the mind alteration techniques, the secret phrase, you know? Something like that, I don't know. Ugh, I'm starving, dude. Alright. Let's wait. I got 5? Why did I get an odd one? I can't use only one ticket. You're kidding. Do I only get one now? Instead of 2 per level up, do I only get 1? Because that's fucked.
There's one born every minute. Don't let those fuckers get in your head.
This one. Okay. We got, yeah, 136. Holy shit. Go to the catalog, and then we'll buy a lot. Nice. I know, dude. I saw it was at 55. It's fucking crazy. Well, I think I got enough for one more of me. It's been almost an hour and a half of playing this game. What therapy do I do? I haven't done a lot for courthouse. Let the sentence prosecutor see what this one's about. And then, oh, I need to turn this down. Oh, I'll probably start reading the lore at some point. Alright. Shut the fuck up and get on with the trial, bitch. God. I gotta say, my viewers leave the craziest comments on my videos. You guys are just different, and I fuck with it. Ooh, so we got it. We have to take out those guys, I'm assuming. Hi! Icky! Nasty. Alright, well. Yeah, I am starving. I haven't had anything to eat today, and I've been up since 4 in the morning. Yeah, 13 hours not eating. That's fine. I can eat a little bit more. Oh, I know what this is. I think I do. Boop. 5, 4, 8. Keep an eye on the ceiling, stairs, floor, walls, everything. We see the slightest hint of yellow. Yell it out. I need that. I'm not gonna heal. I'd much rather get bottles. That's what I really want. Like this. And that. Fuck. Is it possible to get up there? No, it's not. What the fuck? Big Al doing a boyfriend ASMR when? Dude, I have no idea. Someone donate $300 and I'll do it. Got it. I'm being serious too. If someone donates 300, I will do it. I will come up with a script and everything. You guys gotta come up with the money first, though. Oh, fuck this. Let's wait 5. Bitch. Think he heard that? Yeah, he did. He doesn't care, though. He's built different. Shit, oh shit, oh shit. No. Fine. Okay, well, we got 3 propaganda posters, so we're fine for now. We could definitely... Maybe not, because I have done a lot of sound traps. Dude, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I know what I'm supposed to do, but at the same time, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, wait, we got something. Where? Over here somewhere. Oh, here. Okay, wait. 4, 3, 5. Got it. Go over there. Yo, there's nothing there. Alright, well. Shit. Juke him and run. Is this the fucking... Damn it, it is. We gotta go over here. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe? I don't... Do I? You'd think I do. How do we get in there? Well, doesn't matter now. Can I... It's possibly on the map. Alright, if we're here... Shit. Where is that? I'm crazy? Wasn't there one in here? No, there wasn't. Isn't. Where the fuck do I go? Wait, where? Not here? Yes. E17. Got it. Well, that's lovely. I would assume there's one somewhere over here. Where? Over here? Over here. There. Goal is 597. Got it. Drugs. Nice. Bap. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I'm locking in. Come on. Last one. Come on. Get there. Get there. Bop. 10 seconds. Come on. Come at me. Do it. Try it. Bitch. Hey! There we go. Hey, I'm assuming it's because I did a lot of sound traps. Yep. And the damage. Makes sense. Well then. I'm okay with this. Dude, we're at fucking 64 viewers. Holy shit, dude. I guess I might as well advertise it. If you do listen to ASMR, I'm trying to get a reading channel set up where I read lore. That's what I was going to do later in this stream. Probably going to do it after this is all done. So, yeah, no. It's also interesting to read the stories of League of Legends champions. See how they progress and all that. It is interesting. Thanks. Honestly, yeah, I think this is the most viewers I've ever had. I'm tempted. Do you think we can get to 100? I mean, I don't want to ruin it, but I don't want that. I like my hair. And I'll keep that. Why not? No, I don't want that. I like my little uniform. I like what I got right now. I prefer my floor. Yeah, I prefer my floor. Did I level up? Yes, I did. We're at 67? Fucking hell, dude.
You got a hard bargain. You will excuse the shit out of me.
Perfect. Now we need 75 more. That's on to page 4. We're what? 20% of the way down. I don't know why that took me so long. 20%. Alright, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna put music on and then I'm gonna... Perfect, Radiohead. Why not? And mic not okay, now it's alright. I'm gonna get the ASMR reading set up. Gotta get Google Docs. Yeah, it's probably more feasible at 6K, most definitely. We're gonna find a random champion to do. Do Heimerdinger? Oh, fuck. Alright. Hold on. Because Heimerdinger actually has crazy lore. Why am I in caps lock? Especially with Arcane. So, I'll show you guys the difference with Heimerdinger. This should... Now you can fucking hear me. God damn it. Dude, son of a... Ugh. Alright, wait, hold on. Can't believe how many cartoons... My mic wasn't connected for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Marvel got the 16th Hell experiment was created and then immediately got one. Well, you guys ready to learn lore? This should take 10 to 15 minutes, roughly. Alright. We love Today Didn't Exist then, and when they did, they got very early on. Yeah. Alright, let's get this. Take 2. Because, you know. Heimerdinger is a renowned and respected figure in Piltover. A scientist, professor, dean, and once the head of council, Heimerdinger has helped mold the minds of young scholars at the Academy, while having lived for over 3 centuries, hoping to guide and caution them from the potential risks of science and magic. Not much is known about Heimerdinger's early life in Bandle City. At some point, he would venture out from the spirit realm to Runeterra, eventually arriving at the port city of Piltover. Being inspired by seeing a scientist, Heimerdinger would become a genius inventor contributing in the construction of Piltover. After the first Progress Day, Heimerdinger would continue to improve the lives of the people of the top side of Zaun, which would later be renamed into Piltover. He would be considered one of the Upper City's founders, including one of the founders of the Piltover University, with his statue adorning the entrance to the prestigious school. He would meet and work with numerous bright minds during the following 2 centuries, some of which would become Heimerdinger's closest friends until their passing. At some point, he would become a counselor for the clans, attending to the matters of the state and being one of the only scientists in this position of power for decades. At one point, he worked with a scientist known as Singed, whose more radical experiments Heimerdinger presumably objected to, leading to the latter's departure. Now, Singed, if you guys don't know, he's the one that makes Warwick, or the werewolf guy. Which is actually really fucking cool, to put it bluntly. And he also makes, I think it's technically his daughter, I believe, Oriana. She's essentially a robot. I think she's a robot. I don't know, I'll have to read into her lore and Singe's lore, but interesting character to say the least. Hex Gem Incident. When Academy scholar Jace Talos' workshop was caught in an explosion due to a break-in by Zaunite children, Heimerdinger sent his assistant Victor to ensure that anything dangerous in the workshop was safely dealt with. He then visited Jace personally in his cell and asked him about his unsanctioned research. When he found out that the boy was working on harnessing magic through science, Heimerdinger warned him of the dangers and advised him to let go of his dream and to not mention it during his council hearing, advice that Jace ultimately ignored. After Jace's mother spoke to plead her son's case, instead of banishment as Counselor Bulbach first suggested, Heimerdinger instead moved to simply expel him from the academy, which a majority of the council agreed to. Despite the warnings, Jace continued working on his Hextech project, this time with Victor's help and encouragement from Counselor Medarda. In a short amount of time, Jace, with new knowledge supplied by Victor, got the Hextech to function without destructive results. No longer able to deny its potential benefits, Jace's research was encouraged and eventually led to the creation of the Hex Gates that soon made Piltover a central trading port, advancing the city's progress decades ahead. Piltovan Bicentennial. When Jace and Victor tried to pitch their next Hextech plans to Heimerdinger, he was pleased with their new research, but told him that it will only be ready for use years down the line after further studying to ensure its safety. Heimerdinger would later tell Jace about his old friend Stanwick Stanwick Piddly, and informed Jace that he would have the honor of giving the opening Progress Day speech. Jace would ultimately heed Heimerdinger's advice and withhold his new Hextech innovations at his Progress Day speech. Before the end of the day, a Zaunite stole one of the Hextech gemstones that was intended to be showcased during the speech event. In fear of the thief potentially weaponizing it, Jace suggested to the council that they shut down all Hextech operations, warning the councilors who have businesses dependent on the Hex Gates. Mel then recommended that Jace be instated as a council member to better serve his goal of safeguarding the Hex Gates, and thus all matters dependent on it. A radical suggestion, since the council has traditionally only held 7 seats. However, Heimerdinger was impressed by Jace's character and also believed that the security of Hextech would best be overseen by a scientist like Jace. Thus, Heimerdinger seconded Mel's motion, and the rest of the council eventually approved the promotion. As time went on, Heimerdinger became oblivious to Jace, acquiring substantial political influence. Heimerdinger later learned that Victor had been diagnosed with a terminal disease and went to visit him. All Heimerdinger could do to comfort him was tell him that he lived a life he could be proud of. Victor and Jace have been researching a device called the Hex Core, which has the potential to augment organic matter. However, their experiments to use the Hex Core to keep plants alive ended in failure, and so they hoped if they showed it to Heimerdinger, he could recognize the similarity. Wait, hold on. He could provide insight that could make the device workable. When the duo showed Heimerdinger the Hex Core, he recognized its similarity to the kind of apocalyptic power he encountered from the past and feared it. Heimerdinger demanded that... I'm stuttering so badly. Heimerdinger demanded they destroy the Hex Core, disappointing and frustrating the pair, both of whom were desperate to somehow use it to cure Victor. In spite of Heimerdinger's speech about holding each other accountable and trying to heal the divide between Piltover and Zahn, Jace dismissed his speech as useless platitudes. In truth, Jace found Heimerdinger's continued objection to his and Victor's Hextech research a problem, and thus moved to oust Heimerdinger during their next council meeting. Jace blamed Heimerdinger's inaction for all of the undercity problems Piltover had to contend with, and thus insisted he retire. The other councilors backed him due to the deals Jace had made with them, in addition to Mel's guidance, after which Jace became his replacement as the de facto head. After his eviction from the council, Heimerdinger made his way to Zahn in hopes of offering them assistance, but his endeavors were rebuffed. On his way back, he saw and was impressed by a hoverboard and met its owner, Echo. With the boy's leg injured, Heimerdinger helps Echo travel back to the Firelight's base, where the two began discussing their thoughts on Echo's inventions, particularly his hoverboard. I wonder why it doesn't... It's probably... Wonder when they're going to bring, like, the rest of it with his background and all that. With him going to the parallel universe with Echo. Heimerdinger is a scientist with the best intentions and a drive to nurture curiosity, encourage exploration, oversee experimentation, and inspire innovation and imagination. However, he is moralistic and believes no science should ever endanger innocent lives, such that he originally believed magic cannot be scientifically destructive capabilities of magic and those who wielded it. When Jace was holy... We're at 80 viewers. That's insane. When Jace was discovered to be experimenting on doing just that, Heimerdinger advised the younger scientist to own up to his mistakes and continue his experiments, only for Jace to protest at his hearing. And Heimerdinger regrettably chose to have Jace expelled from the university and have his research destroyed, as the alternative would have been for Jace to be imprisoned or forever exiled from Piltover. When Jace, with the help of Victor, successfully proved Heimerdinger wrong, that magic can be artificially created, Heimerdinger remained adamant in his belief that just because one can does not mean one should, only for the Council of Piltover to intervene and sponsor Jace's development of Hextech. In the years following, Heimerdinger changed his mind to a degree about Hextech, but while he was impressed by Jace and Victor's work, he advised they spend several more years working it out, determining any potential flaws and working on safeguards, much to their dismay. Heimerdinger's wisdom and slow and steady notions, however, made him unpopular with the other council members, including Jace, as they began to view Heimerdinger as an obstacle who was slowing the pace of progress. This was due to Heimerdinger's centuries-long life and his looking at things in the long run and failing to recognize that the world and those he shares it with do not share in his patience or his intentions. As a result, Heimerdinger was devastated when Jace insisted Heimerdinger be retired from the council as a means to end his interference with their work and their politics. Heimerdinger left Piltover and settled in Zahn, where he saw firsthand the hard, difficult, and often miserable ways of living for the people there. But he found a new place and a new way to help people when he encountered Echo. Interesting. So he did work with Singed at some point, which I remember that, actually learning about that. Who's Stanwyck? Heimerdinger was friends with Stanwyck Piddly. According to Heimerdinger, Piddly was a teacher and inventor. Everything he built either exploded, melted, or toppled over. Stanwyck set his personal ambitions aside and focused on something far more important, Piltover's future. He realized nothing he could accomplish could compare to the contributions of his students. For his sacrifices and contributions, Piltover had Stanwyck Piddly memorialized. Alright. Interesting. Heimerdinger has some interesting lore. I feel like they could go more into it if they wanted to. Oh well. We're at fucking 80 viewers. Hold on, I need to check that again. 82. This is fucking insane. Are we going to get to 100 tonight? Because this is a new record by like 20 people. Let me get the music playing again. Hold on, is that coming through? Yes, it is. Okay, so I need to. I know Heimerdinger has some stories. Right? Doesn't he? Hold on, let me go to my Google Doc. I know I wrote it all down. Yes, he does. Hold on. I need to close this down a little bit. Yeah, of course you can, dude. Go for it. Wrong one. There we go. Alright, I gotta get the story set up. Heimerdinger Lore League. Perfect. There we go. Close. We got the biography and the short story. Yeah, it's not much for Heimerdinger that's left. Yeah, he really does not have much to read at all. This is literally probably gonna take me like 20 seconds to read. Heimerdinger, the revered inventor. A brilliant yet eccentric Ural scientist, Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger is lauded as one of the most innovative minds and esteemed inventors Piltover has ever seen. Relentless in his work to the point of neurotic obsession, he is fascinated by mysteries that have confounded his contemporaries for decades, and thrives on answering the universe's most impenetrable questions. Though his theories often appear opaque and esoteric, Heimerdinger believes knowledge should be shared and is devoted to teaching all who desire it. Interesting. And then this, which should take, yeah, not that long. Anybody got any other recommendations for League champions? We've got 170 something to choose from. I think 172 now that Zahen is a champion. So we've got a lot to choose from because this is the last one for Heimerdinger. If anything, I can always just... No, that's fair. I don't blame you. Alright, hold on. Alright, start this. What champion are we getting? Graves, okay. The Outlaw. From the Journal of Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger. 10/14, 9/15. Current meteorological conditions in Banal City seem optimal. Atmospheric pressure is ideal for today's experiments. Running a fifth trial for my what? Tritium ovulator this afternoon. Some fine tuning is required. Singed my mustache. Need to adjust the energy throughput. Okay. 4 p.m. I'm just gonna call it Trid. Trid is still not maintaining intended proper energy efficiency necessary to run more numbers. In the meantime, I have found something else that's very intriguing. While returning home after today's test, I passed a gaggle of young yordles throwing a spherical projectile at each other. It's a simple enough concept: throw the object at someone, catch it, throw it at another yordle, repeat. But yordle miscalculations result in several errors. They throw with inconsistent accuracy and force, and the ball, as they refer to it, is frequently dropped. There are many ways for this process to be improved. According to my calculations, and after collecting data from the participants, if the pitching was consistent in both speed and arc, there would be a 44.57 increase to fun. I need to ponder this for the evening. 10:15, 5:20. Eureka! I've devised a solution. I've invented an automatic ball pitcher, current name H28G. It employs a consistent speed and trajectory, ensuring that the recipient will always be able to catch the ball. It redirects itself to the nearest yordle, if there's more than one in the vicinity, ensuring everyone has a turn. I'll take it to the young yordles today and demonstrate my invention. Also, spilled toxic acid in my shoes this morning. Bothersome. 10:30. Tested the automatic pitcher today. It did not go as planned. The young ones were excited enough about my invention, but when the machine was turned on, it was far too powerful. Even at its lowest setting, it completely knocked Yordle off his feet. Clearly, I overestimated the velocity behind their throws. I return soon to make adjustments, but my priority for now is the Trid. I must fix its complications before lunch. Once it's in good shape, I'll need to test it somewhere else. Banal City is proving insufficient for field research. 10:16, 3:55 p.m. Apparently there's a giant in town, a highly annoying anomaly. The noise outside is disturbing my research. Must check fishing today. They've been strangely quiet. 10:17, 10:40. I've heard that many yordles have been injured due to the giant-related disturbance. If this doesn't stop soon, intervention will be necessary. I hope H2AG is still intact. I would lose a lot of time if it has to be rebuilt. 4:30 p.m. Everything is quiet again. It seems that the giant came to his senses and ran off. I need to gather H2AG tomorrow, once I've finished with more pressing matters. I've almost perfected the Trid. 10:18, 8:30. Today has been quite eventful already. I was surprised by a knock at my door. It seemed like the entire city was standing in front of my house. Normally when a crowd is gathered, it's because they have some petty grievance about my work, but this time, they were celebrating. Astonishingly, it seems one of the young yordles took advantage of the H2HE prototype I'd left behind amidst the giant tomfoolery. He proved to be innovative and repurposed the invention into a makeshift turret. It's powerful enough to scare off a giant. Imagine that. What an ingenious little fellow. I wish I could employ his like-minded encephalon in the near future. I have big plans, and his assistance could be valuable. But he'd have to leave Banal City. The scope of my plans necessitates a more expansive testing ground. Frontier should suffice. So that's why he left. He wanted more to experiment with. Which makes sense, going to Piltover, or Zon before it was Piltover, and getting all his research out. Interesting how it connects. So, that's all of Heimerdinger. We're at, fuck me, dude, 86 people watching? Holy shit! That's actually a lot. That's actually a lot of fucking people. That's crazy. That's so fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like it, but at the same time, like, I don't know how to react. I'm gonna get another song playing. Alright. Graves. What does Graves have? Graves has 2 short stories. And then, holy fuck, 4 long stories. Alright, hold on. Here's Graves. Yeah, he has a lot of long ones to read. Holy shit. Well, I'm gonna have some water because my head is starting to hurt. But, get ready, chat. It's gonna be a long read. Should be entertaining, though. Graves is an interesting character. Are those fucking fish people? What? That's a hammerhead shark in the back. Is that lizard or fish? I think it's fish. Am I tripping or is that a spike on its head? I guess fish can have spikes on its head, yeah. Alright, I gotta get covered up in my blanket. I'm starting to get cold. It is that time of the year. I should probably get hot cocoa at some point. Oh, that'd be amazing. Hot cocoa and reading. That sounds like the perfect night. Alright. Fuck me, dude. We're at 90. What the fuck, dude? 10 more. Come on, give me the 10 more. I am in my blanket. Dude, the fun part about this is that this is a blanket that I've had since I was like 4. It's a Nemo blanket. Like Finding Nemo. Come on, we need 11 more. 11. Alright. The Boys and the Bombolini by Jared Rosen. There existed, among the multitude of disgusting bilgewater shipping warehouses filled with rusted knives and arms-length carnivorous rats, one bilgewater shipping warehouse devoid of such things. Owned by a Piltovan arms dealer whose relative was recently murdered and skinned and stuffed into a dockside horror house, it was primarily used to ship large quantities of high explosives, both powder and hex, to various enemies of peace across the continent. Most notably, the Noxians in Ionia, the Noxians in Shurima, the Noxians in Demacia, and, very occasionally, the Noxians in Noxus, the latter having recently sent a letter threatening to murder, quote, the cheap bastard who is gouging them with their bomb prices, unquote. Said Piltovan owner / bastard, deciding it was no longer safe to be the consigliere, I think is how you pronounce it, of colonial evil, therefore employed a group of heavily armed Azure Way mercenaries to guard his warehouse while simultaneously hiring a different group of heavily armed mercenaries to steal the entire hoard from under the first group's noses. A great sum of coin was spent ensuring this hoard so that in the event of a colossal chain explosion during a violent hypothetical gunfight, the owner would walk away in an ever so slightly wealthier arms dealer. I think I misread that, but that's whatever. A forward-thinking business decision, considering his heist crew consisted of notorious con artist Twisted Fate and notorious bath avoider Malcolm Graves. Collateral damage was intended. What the blue hell is this? Some kind of setup? Malcolm Graves correctly guessed from behind a second-floor catwalk, his large, meaty body only barely concealed by a double-wide pillar. Gunfire rained upward all around him, chewing away thick pieces of his cover and punching holes into nearby shipping containers, many of which displayed prominent illustrations of a frowning cartoon man being blown apart. Seems that way, Twisted Fate replied, crouching nearby as he flipped a playing card over in his fingers. With each turn, its hues shifted from blue to red to gold, though, when he got especially nervous, he couldn't get the order right. This was a problem, considering the red ones caused large flaming explosions, the gold ones caused large glittering explosions, and the blue ones were not really that useful right now. Why don't you do anything, you jackass? I can't even take a shot, yelled Graves, his finger twitching over the trigger of his human-sized shotgun. He didn't mind being shot at as long as he could return the favor. Just set up behind a crate of gunpowder. Fate snapped back, motioning around the room that was stacked floor to ceiling with volatile dry pack explosives. Unless you want to go down like the Deadpool, we might need to figure out a plan B. I don't want to do that, whinged? I think it's supposed to be whined Graves. Not specifying whether he meant dying or thinking. This sucks. Why do we always gotta pick the weird jobs? Because they pay the best, replied Fate. Perhaps more nonchalantly than the moment called for. Ain't a reflection on us. Makes sense when you say it like that. Graves pondered their predicament, wondering if his smoke bombs would cause the pair to immediately die by igniting some stray black powder on the warehouse floor, or if they die half a second later when one of the blinded fishmen accidentally fired his gun into a crate of dynamite. The second option sounded good. Really good. Really, really good. I've got a really, really, really good plan, Graves announced, confidently holding out a live grenade. He glanced at the tiny frowning cartoon man on the boxes in front of him. Don't judge me, he told him. What are you doing? Fade protested, his eyes widening in horror as Graves' arm arced back for the throw. In his mind, he saw the two of them disintegrating along with a good portion of the slaughter docks, or at least Graves disintegrating, which would be inconvenient at best. Malcolm, what are you doing? Wait, boomed a voice from below. Do not throw that! Graves, somewhat disheartened by the order, but equally grateful the gunfire had suddenly ebbed, lowered his smoke bomb. Fate, who in a state of panic had forgotten the color of the card he held, gripped a red one, which would have accidentally killed everyone if he'd mistakenly activated it to try and escape the warehouse. The partners locked eyes for a moment, looked at the respective explosives, then back at each other. Mine was better, gloated Graves. Safer. The voice from below, now near hysterical, busied itself, commanding the other mercenaries to stop firing wildly into a warehouse stuffed with bombs. Specifically, lambasting someone named Cohen? Who should know better after last time. The gunmen grumbled in turn, or burbled, or blubbed, depending on the size and configuration of their prominently fishy heads. As the unseen voice in charge moved about, Fate leaned over to Graves, pointing at his interior coat pocket. You still got that blue card I gave you, he whispered. What, the one from the Sentinels? Yeah, I still got it, Graves answered at a normal volume. Quiet! Now, let's say we pop that sucker and get out of here. These guys are distracted, they'll never know we left. You already told me what all this is worth. You think I'm just gonna leave a score that big on the table? I got a mouth to feed. Mine. We should have died at least 100 times already. Now's the chance to cut our losses. I'll never die because I'm the handsome protagonist. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows squat. One stray bullet and we're all portraits at a funeral. Your funeral, maybe. I beat Viego. Oh crap. Okay, Viego, for those of you who don't know, is the undead king. Viego has a lot to play in Runeterra. He had major storyline where his wife died and he tried to bring her back, but what ended up happening is he caused basically everyone dead on one island to come back, and he sort of just went across Runeterra trying to essentially do as much as he could to get her back, and that meant like killing thousands. Your funeral, maybe. I beat Viego. That makes me the male lead. The male lead? I am so tired of this damn story, yelled Fate, immediately attracting the attention of everybody in the room. See, that's your fault. Real deuteragonist behavior, Graves gloated, about 40% sure he used the word deuteragonist right. Everyone collectively hesitated, each glancing around nervously, as the realization of where they were and what, exactly, they had gotten themselves into began to sink in. Yet neither the pair of bumblers nor the rank and file of zero-way cast-offs had the authority to end the standoff, or really any standoff, as immediate and violent escalation is a rich Bilgewater tradition. The tall hammerhead shark man with a menacing harpoon gun and no shirt was also unable to end the standoff, but he did not know it yet. His name was Bombolini, and the two things he knew best were how to project an understated elegance for a creature of his stature, and how to know exactly what to say to command a room. What are you doing, you bunch of ding-dongs? He shouted toward the catwalk. You trying to vaporize half of Bilgewater? What kind of heist crew brings live ammunition to a powder job? Malcolm Graves and Twisted Fate both, unwisely, poked their heads out from the cover, each looking into a different monocular eye of their newfound opponent. His steely gaze, his muscular figure, his mean-looking weapon that was clearly intended to skewer sea serpents. A second of recognition passed. 2 seconds. And then for some reason, 3. Bombolini? Graves asked. Malcolm? Bombolini asked back. Malcolm Graves, is that you? Are you robbing me? Graves let out a sigh of relief, relaxing his shoulders. This wasn't just any dumb fish. This was a dumb fish friend. I'm not robbing you, I'm robbing the guy who hired you, Graves explained. I think he hired us too, which makes what we're doing up here morally sound. Us? Hey, Bombolini, Fate Waved, I'm robbing you too. What? Protested Bombolini. Now wait a damn minute. You two blew me up. You blew me up on my own ship. We were partners and you double-crossed me for the worst score this city has ever seen. It wasn't the worst, retorted Graves. One jewel, Fate corrected. Ended up being glass. Nah, that's not right, Graves said. Had to be more. But it wasn't. Many years prior, Bombolini had been the unappreciated third member of the Graves and Fate crime duo back when they pulled small jobs for bad pay, and their posters were somewhat unfortunately worded. Two men who will do anything, and we mean anything, to anybody, and we mean anybody, for the right price. Any price. The leaflets used to say, which, in addition to Bombolini's complete erasure from the group, led to a number of rather avoidable miscommunications with prospective clientele. And thanks to Bilgewater's rich tradition of violent escalation, these mishaps tend to end in bloodshed or minor dock explosions, ironically drawing enough attention to the upstart criminals that they became a popular mercenary outfit. Fuck, I gotta pause that. I need water. Throat's starting to get a little dry. Just a little bit. 89 viewers and staying strong with that. Fuck me, dude. You guys are awesome. This is fucking insane. That's a new record. I think we got to what, 92? God damn, dude. Well, give me a second and ooh, my asthma's bad right now for some reason. Odd. Alright. The leaflets remained unchanged for years, which made a young Bombolini deeply bitter. He eventually used his portion of the group's earnings to buy a modest schooner, retire from criminality, and start a solo wreck diving operation in the Blue Flame Isles that paid much better than robbery and coincidentally did not bill itself as some sort of pirate flesh carnival in bar flyers. Also coincidentally, success tends to draw eyes, and two of those eyes eventually hired Malcolm Graves and Twisted Fate to rob their former companion at a dive site near a Buru ruin. Lacking any moral fiber whatsoever, the pair immediately accepted. The robbery instantly led to a small oil fire, then a large oil fire, then bloodshed followed by a minor schooner explosion. All the treasure sank with the ship, save, of course, for a single piece of sea glass. Bombolini was assumed dead, the client was furious, and nobody got paid. All in all, it was one of the duo's more successful heists. Didn't you die? Asked Fate. I'm pretty sure you died. Bombolini tilted his head, unable to see any part of himself thanks to the wide setting of his predatory eyes. Though the attempt is quite valiant, does it look like I'm dead? I don't know, replied Graves. Maybe. Are you going to kill them, boss? Asked the fishman impatiently, this one a spotter resembling a large bipedal goby. A second goby, said his partner, a hunched-over humanoid pistol shrimp with a rather impressive long gun. You said these guys double-crossed you before, right? What's their deal? Bombolini blinked, his walnut-sized brain chugging along as he attempted to remember what exactly their deal had been. After a few decades, one tends to forget the intricacies of their arch-nemeses. Graves, Fate, Graves. But also, Fate. What is their deal? Eureka. He had arrived at something interesting, something he could use, something that would turn the entire confrontation on its head. They're together, he guessed confidently. A pause. We know that, replied Gobi. No, they're together, Bombolini repeated, even more confidently. I knew they'd end up with each other. Graves always had the worst taste in men, and Fate is the worst man I've ever met. It all makes sense. Gobi shrugged. Shrimp sighed and turned back toward the pair of thieves above, adjusting the sight on his gun as he wondered why exactly he had agreed to any of this in the first place. Up on the catwalk, however, the mood was decidedly different. He thinks we're together, whispered Fate, like together. A couple. Romantically.
I know what together means, Tobias Graves whispered back, now decidedly more discreet than before. But how do we use it? What's the play? Why was he so mean? Fate stroked his chin with his free hand, flipping the errant red card into a gold card as he turned the question over in his head. The chance of everyone dying in a colossal fireball was still higher than he liked, but with Bombolini and his men off guard, now was the time for bold action. He needed something big, something dumb, something that would turn the entire confrontation on its head. He needed... I cannot believe you got us into this mess again, Fate shouted, pointing at an accusatory finger at Graves, making sure most of his body remained hidden from the sniper. This is just like you. Never think before you show up. You're too big, you have no finesse. You packed hex shots and grenades for a powder job. My ma was right, we shouldn't have stayed together. Graves was taken aback for several reasons. The first of which is that he had never met Fate's mother, and, up until this point, had not been sure she even existed. The second was that Fate had not explained the plan to him and was now making jabs at Graves' rugged burliness and masterful heist preparation, both of which made him a statuesque prince among thieves. Hey, what are you saying? You're the one always going on about how you're so clever, and here we are, pulling another garbage job where you're gonna die, and I gotta save you. If it were up to me, we'd be doing easy jobs like individual murders and light to heavy extortion. Yeah, 'cause you have no vision, Fate continued, emphasizing the word vision while winking prominently. Graves did not register this right away and continued to bluster about his partner's many shortcomings. That's why we always fight, Fate winked again. This one broke through. Down below, Bombolini was ecstatic among an otherwise bored or confused crew. And one is double-crossed by an old friend, their emotional chemistry is irreversibly altered. It makes them paranoid, delusional, and most importantly, occasionally taken with intricate revenge fantasies. Bombolini embodied all of this. He often liked to entertain one of these fantasies wherein his two most hated enemies had an immediate falling out in front of his steely shark eyes. This falling out would take place in some sort of room or vessel with a heavy explosive payload that would at the apex of the argument burst into flames and detonate, killing them both as the smoke spelled out, "We're sorry, Bombolini." Then everyone would cheer and he would be given a crown and a sash, possibly a scepter. It was a very intricate fantasy. What was not part of the fantasy was being hit squarely in the chest by a well-aimed gold card and flying out of the shipping door into the sea. "Now," said Fate, dashing out from his covering into an adjoining office as he splashed the bare walls with gold cards wherever the explosives weren't stacked high enough to ignite. Each card burst with a dazzling spray of golden filament, temporarily stunning Bombolini's mercenaries, who then immediately began firing in all directions. As Graves followed Fate through the suite and into the guts of the larger warehouse, a stray bullet buried itself in the crate Gobi and Shrimp were using for cover, and the two fishmen froze. With bullets whizzing through the air, Gobi looked at Shrimp, and Shrimp looked at Gobi. What felt like an eternity passed between them. "I think said Gobi, exploding. The first blast rocked the entire structure as Fate and Graves stumbled along a flimsy metal suspension bridge over far more crates of black powder than their client had originally described. "That's not good," said Fate with a glance below. "It really isn't," replied Graves. "I know we was doing a bit, but at a personal professional level, I am not happy with you right now." "You're never happy with me anyway. We gotta move," exclaimed Fate as several armed mercenaries looked up from the gloom, suddenly noticing the two distinctly non-fish-like criminals above them. Graves, now more emotionally wounded than he wanted to let on, tossed a smoke grenade over the side of the catwalk, enveloping the first floor in a thick cloud of caustic fog. "It's usually fun, but my heart's just not in it right now," he explained with the sound of dry, heaving mercenaries. "Why are you being such a big baby? You're a grown man," shouted Fate, attempting to move the action along as stray shots rang out across the powder storage floor. "Stop calling me a big baby. You're always taking shots at my size. I'm the muscle that saves the day every time you get your goose cooked. You're ungrateful as hell, Fate." "I'm ungrateful? I'm not the one who disappeared for months to go fight some Camivore ghost prince, then rolled back into town one night like he owned the place. He was a ghost king. And you're lucky I fought him, or we'd all be ghosts. You'd be a ghost, I'd be a ghost, everyone would be a ghost. You weren't even there. You think I don't read Shauna's letters? Graves, I'm a con man. You can't trick me. They left you outside while Scissors Doll and the Shirtless Wonder saved the day." Okay, Scissors Doll is Gwen and Shirtless Wonder is Brahm. That's incredible nicknames. That ain't how it went down, Fate, said Graves darkly. That's just the story. We don't talk about what really happened. Oh, please, your delusions of grandeur were annoying decades before you became Valoran's #1 hero. Is this still a fake fight? Or are we having a real fight? Because if it's a real fight, I will punch that stupid hat through your mouth. I think it's a real fight. And you know what else? You do stink. And you don't think things through. And live grenades were not the best call here. Yeah, well, this is why we stopped working together the first damn time. Because you think you're better than me, and you think you're better than this. And what if I am? Yelled Fate, only realizing what he'd said after he said it. From the burning, rupturing front of the warehouse, Bombolini's surviving mercenaries poured through the surface door and onto the catwalk, its bolts decoupling from the walls under their combined weight. Many of the gunmen were badly singed and filled with a roiling anger fit to match their newfound crispiness. You can fight later, damn it. Get your behind out that door, Graves commanded, as he and Fate dropped their argument and made a run for the exit with a rapidly sinking catwalk buckling underfoot. 6 strides from the doorway, another blast tore upward from the powdered floor, consuming the Azure Way mercenaries in a pillar of raging flames as the crates beneath them began to blow one by one. The smoke from Graves' grenade, a highly flammable mix of stinging, blinding, and stinking components deployed for tactical measures, immediately caught fire, something Graves did not account for, despite his supplier telling him several dozen times that the smoke was flammable. This, of course, ignited and exploded even more crates of black powder, launching both the slick card sharp and the daring bath avoider through a crumbling brick wall down one floor into a grimy foyer, also filled wall to wall with explosives. Among their heists, it is still counted as one of the more successful ones. Ugh, groaned Graves. That sucked. Fate fumbled above his head to make sure his hat was still there, and only when he confirmed its safety did he hold his screaming ribs. Yeah, it did. Tobias, if we don't make it out of this, I just want to say one thing. What is it, friend? Smiled Fate. I hope you die first, Graves' cough laughed. Aw, shucks, that's sweet. The warehouse shook again as debris and chunks of roof smacked hard against the floor. Smoke poured through the gaping second-story hole in the wall, and flames licked tightly packed boxes of explosives, these emblazoned with a different frowning cartoon man in the process of blowing up. Did no one notice how wildly unsafe this was? Asked Graves, hopping toward what appeared to be a surface exit. It's bilge water, Malcolm. Nobody notices anything. Nobody, except for me, said a familiar, slightly raspier voice. Bombolini, now sporting a thick purple bruise in the center of his torso, stepped theatrically before the duo. His harpoon gun primed as his large, sharky shape stood between Bilgewater's most noticed mercenaries and the only way out. Graves caught sight of a damp, shark-shaped spot in the dock outside. Bombolini had likely been hiding there, waiting minutes for this reveal. God, it's not this donut again, Fate muttered. And yet it is, Bombolini explained, stifling a cough. Do you know what I thought when I saw you two after all these years? After all that time, all that... Not interested, said Graves, pointing his massive shotgun at a container of explosives directly next to the shark man. Graves pulled the trigger, the gun fired, and everything went up in smoke. This is hysterical. I'm loving this read. Several hundred arm spans from the rupturing warehouse, once filled with far too many explosives to actually steal, Malcolm Graves and Twisted Fate suddenly appeared in the air a length and a half above a quaint little fishing pier, along with some residual smoke and flame, as Fate's teleportation timing had not been perfect. The two crashed onto the ground with Graves' gun landing squarely on his stomach. The sound he made was a bit like a bloof. There could have been any number of other expletives. Those blue cards sure are useful, Fate bragged from flat on his newly injured back, dusting off his hat with the arm that wasn't cradling his possibly broken ribs. It had been a long day. Yeah, but they're never useful in the beginning, wheezed Graves, a little toasty and bruised, but otherwise none the worse for wear. We should use them before a gunfight breaks out, for stealing and whatnot. That takes the artistry out of it. You don't build a name for yourself by sticking to the shadows. You have to give the people a show. Fate replied as the warehouse's frame sagged in the distance, and flames erupted furiously from still unexploded payloads. He theatrically trolled his hand a bit, as if to underline the point. Fair, said Graves, unconvinced. The pair sat up in their blackened clothes, watching everything explode and then explode some more. It was almost romantic, if one considered that sort of thing romantic, which, interestingly enough, they did. So, what now? Fate said, breaking the silence as quickly as possible. Double cross our dirty client, dig a grave for whatever's left of Bombolini? Graves chuckled. Oh, we're definitely doing that first thing. Nobody tries to blow me up without me blowing them up. As for Bombolini, I bet good money the shark is still out there. He's like me, too dumb to explode. My friend, you're the most brilliant dummy I ever did meet, smiled Fate. You'll never explode. And I mean that sincerely. Damn right, puffed Graves. Though now that we've had it out, you and I need to have a conversation. Right, Fate sighed. He was tired of looking for ways to avoid apologizing, and all the adrenaline made him feel better about breaking his cardinal rule of never doing it for any reason. He still wouldn't say the word sorry, though. That was a bridge too far. Malcolm, I did not mean to imply that I was better than you. When we dissolved the business... Stop, said Graves, laying his shotgun behind him as he dangled his legs over the water. I already hate this. Apology accepted. Next round's on you. Fucking hell, 24 minutes. And almost done. Yeah, gonna have some more water. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Fuck, I still can't believe there's 87 people watching me. That's fucking insane. 88 now. Giving you guys a heads up, tomorrow I am going to be streaming the entire first season of Dispatch at 3 p.m. EST. So, tomorrow, 5 hours ago. Basically 19 hours. Yeah, 19 hours. Yep, 19 hours. I'll be streaming the entirety of Dispatch. Start to finish. Never played it before, but I've only heard good things. So, keep an eye out for that. Good man, replied Fade, thankfully, gazing across the sea as the sun began to set. Graves looked over at his partner to add another quip, but noticed perhaps for the first time that there was a certain angularity to Tobias, features that he had thus far failed to appreciate. A strong jaw, a shockingly unbroken nose, a bold choice in semi-fashionable hats. He was an objectively terrible person, but maybe the right kind of terrible for, oh, he thought, Malcolm Graves, now much older, only somewhat wiser, but infinitely more worldly, measured his next words more carefully than most things he did, or said in any given day. Which is especially surprising to him since navigating the complex relationship between two criminal masterminds such as themselves was not really a strong suit, nor had he ever given it much thought. He wondered, why worry so much about Tobias' opinion of him? It wasn't like it mattered. They had their roles after all, and Malcolm, Fate interrupted. Do you have a concussion? It's possible, Graves sighed, but not in a sad or tired way, more of a concussed way. Alright, let me look, said the very injured Fate, brushing Graves' hair aside as he looked for signs of a bruise. We both know you're a durable fellow, but neither of us is invincible. Not like Bombolini, said Graves, confused by the welling excitement over Fate playing with his hair. I am legitimately dumbfounded by that, Fate offered. I remember that boat heist. Our old friend was caught in the middle of a deeply vicious detonation. Deserved it, though. I do not have any terrible taste in men. I have good taste in terrible men, and there's absolutely a difference. Fate finished inspecting his partner's head, which didn't exactly produce any new information, as he didn't know what a concussion was supposed to look like. He gazed at Graves' rugged features as the setting sun danced across his boyishly unkempt hair, and considered all of those words together in a sentence, and then immediately recalled the complete thought. Your taste isn't terrible, Malcolm. It's catastrophic. Catastrophic, Graves fired back? Name one example. You can't. The Northman, Faith said almost instantly. The trader with the cockroach tattoo. That Buru cultist. Not a cultist. Try to sacrifice us both, but sure, not a cultist. The whale guy. The octopus guy. The second whale guy. Orca. An orca is a kind of whale. The monk. The Vastaya. The Noxian. Graves winced. Alright, he was bad. A Noxian, Malcolm, from Noxus. People talked about that one. More racist than I would have preferred in a man in hindsight, Graves allowed. But it ain't like you're bringing home the greatest lovers in history. You ain't that slick. Excuse me, I am very slick, Faye protested. No matter the size, shape, make, or model, none can resist the charms of Tobias Felix. I have conned hundreds, nay, thousands, of dew-eyed tourists across the whole of this vast and gullible land. Not this one, laughed Graves a little too forcefully. Or, you know. Yes, of course, I'm aware, Fate responded on making eye contact as he fiddled with his hat. The two sat in silence for a while, or relative silence, considering the towering flames and brutal detonations, and screaming and shouting in the distance. Sweet Tommy Kench, look at that sucker burn. Tommy Kench, wait, are they referencing Tom Kench? What? Okay. Said Graves, still dangling his legs off the pier like the world's grungiest adult child. Tobias, I've been thinking, and don't get me wrong, I do love a crime or 20, and I'll be there for literally all of them. What about Shauna? That lady with the laughing jaw, asked Fate, with a tinge of poorly concealed jealousy, despite Graves having been gay for the better part of 4 decades. Vain. Graves corrected more deliberately than was necessary for such an... Wait, he dated Vane? What? I did not know that. Vane, Graves corrected more deliberately than was necessary for such a normal and casual conversation between platonic business associates. Is a good friend, but she'll only help if we're killing monsters. And for love of all that's sacred, never call her Shauna. She'll break your neck by looking at it. As for the other one, I don't even want to deal with that right now. The lady with the laughing jar. I have no idea if they're referencing another champion. I don't think they are. She's scary, said Fate. Never seen clothes like that before. So many hands. She's very scary, Graves agreed. I'm afraid she's gonna kick me through a wall or something. Point is, I'm meeting new people. I'm seeing the world built over. Shadow Isles. I saw Camivore, Tobias. I'm expanding my horizons. I may even want to expand them more. Your Ixchel is opening up. Could be good money out there, you know, if you wanted to come along for the ride. He rustled through his coat, producing a familiar blue playing card. In which case, I probably wouldn't need this anymore, since you'd be around. Fate chuckled. Why don't you hold on to that for now? Think of it as a souvenir. Graves grinned, slipping it back into his pocket. I do like the sound of that. The partners smiled foolishly at this, each imagining various swashbuckling criminal misadventures while standing at an awkward physical distance apart. But you know, as a partners, Graves specified. Yes, obviously, partners. In crime, Fate added. Nothing else. Nope. Nada. No, sir. They concluded this exchange with a simultaneous fake cough. Graves looked unblinking at the water, and Fate looked at the underside of his hat. Far off in the distance, the warehouse burned and burned. It was, all in all, one of their better heists. What a good story. It was hysterical to me, I think. The plot was really good. I learned a lot about Graves with this story, especially with Twisted Fate as well. I gotta say, this is probably one of my best reads that I've done so far. It's gonna be hard to top this. 30-minute read. Fucking hell, dude. I like that read. I have work and don't get off till 5. Okay, Ruggin, I'll say this. With Dispatch, I will be turning it into, like, clips and shorts and all that. So, you don't have to worry about it that much. Plus, you'll only be missing, like, the introductions and all that. All the best shtick will probably happen with the later chapters. I've heard 5, 6, 7, and 8 are like the most like what the fuck. I mean, I would make it a vid, but it doesn't get like any views. I'll still make it into a vid. Yeah, I'll make it into a video. Fuck it. But I don't know, man. Like it just doesn't get enough views to like. Plus, I mean, my channel has basically been deemed a meme comp channel. No one's gonna watch the video. Well, not even. Well. Fuck it, like 10 people watch it, 10 people watch it. I'll make a video. Fuck it. Is this the short story or is this the long one? Fuck, it's another long one. Damn it. The Graves only has long stories. This shit is... Okay, well, I'm proven wrong with this one. Burning Tides is another long one. I think this has multiple chapters. No? Yeah. This is going to be 3 parts. Fuck, 4 parts? Okay. Yeah, 4 parts. Holy shit. Burning Tides, I'll save for another night. I'm gonna put that on the list. But we're gonna read Destiny and Fate. It's another long one, but we'll read it. I like reading these. Graves is a fun character. I will say that just straight up. It is a fun character. What was it? Burning Tides. That's it. All right. I'm actually gonna read his biography first, just to get another quick video out. Not video out, but video recorded. Graves, the Outlaw. Raised in the war valleys of Bilgewater, Malcolm Graves quickly learned how to fight and how to steal, skills that would serve him very well in all the years ahead. He'd always find work hauling contraband up from the smugglers' skiffs that came into the bay each night, the tidy side gig as hired muscle for various other unsavory local characters as they went about their business in the port. But the alleys were small time, and he craved more excitement than they could offer. Still a little more than a youth, Graves stole a blunderbuss and smuggled himself aboard a ship headed out of Bilgewater to the Shuriman mainland, where he stole, lied, and gambled his way from place to place along the coast. Across the table of a high-stakes and highly illegal card game in Mudtown, Graves met a man who would change the course of his life and his career. The trickster now known to many as Twisted Fate. Each immediately saw in the other the same reckless passion for danger and adventure, and together they formed a most lucrative partnership between Graves' raw brawn and Twisted Fate's ability to talk his way out of, and occasionally back into, almost any situation. They were an unusually effective team from the outset. Their mutual sense of roguish honor grew into genuine trust, and together they stole from the rich, swindled the foolish, handpicked skilled crews for specific jobs, and sold out their rivals whenever they could. Though at times Twisted Fate would blow all their shares and leave them with nothing to show for it, Graves knew that the thrill of some new escapade was always just around the corner. On the southern borderlands of Valoran, they set two renowned noble houses of Noxus at each other's throats as cover for the rescue of a kidnapped heir. That they pocketed the reward money only to ransom the vile young man to the highest bidder should really have come as no surprise to the original employer. In Piltover, they still hold the distinction of being the only thieves ever to crack the supposedly impenetrable clockwork vault. Not only did the pair empty the vault of all its treasures, they also tricked the guards into loading the loot onto their hijacked schooner for a quick getaway through the sun gates. In almost every case, only once they and their accomplices were safely over the horizon were their crimes even discovered, usually along with one of Twisted Fate's trademark calling cards left where it would be easily found. But eventually their luck ran out. During a heist that rapidly turned from complex to completely botched, Graves was taken by the local enforcers, while Twisted Fate merely turned tail and abandoned him. Thrown into the infamous prison known as the Locker, Graves endured years of torture and solitary confinement, during which time he nursed his bitter anger toward his old partner. A lesser man would surely have been broken by all this, but not Malcolm Graves. He was determined to have his revenge. When he finally clawed his way to freedom, with the prison warden's brand new shotgun slung over his shoulder, Graves began his long overdue pursuit of Twisted Fate. The search led him back home to Bilgewater, where he found that the wily old card sharp had acquired a few new bounties on his head, and Graves would be only too happy to claim them. However, just as he got Twisted Fate in his sights, they were forced to put aside their differences in order to escape almost certain death in the ongoing conflict between the Reaver King Gangplank and his rival ship captains. Once again, Graves found himself escaping his hometown, only this time he had his old friend in tow. While both of them might have liked to pick up their partnership where they left off all those years ago, such resentment couldn't simply be forgotten overnight, and be a while before Graves could bring himself to trust Twisted Fate again. Still, he feels Bilgewater clung to him once more. Maybe this time around, the pair of them will find their stride and be able to pull off the ultimate heist. Interesting that I didn't know Twisted Fate basically. They didn't like betray Graves, but he didn't help him out at all either. Also interesting to know that he got the shotgun from the warden. I'll read this one, get another quick video. You know, we're at 93. We need 7 more in order to get to 100. Please. 7 more. One last shot. Holed up in an empty bar, bleeding from a dozen wounds, and surrounded by armed men who wanted him dead, Malcolm Graves had seen better days. He'd seen worse ones, too. So he wasn't worried yet. Graves leaned over the smashed bar and helped himself to a bottle, sighing as he read the label. Malaysian wine? That all you got? It's the most expensive bottle I have, said the innkeeper, towering below the bar in a glittering ocean of broken glass. Graves looked around the bar and grinned. I reckon it's the only bottle you got left. The man had panicked grin all over him. He clearly wasn't used to being in the middle of a gunfight. This wasn't Bilgewater, where fatal brawls broke out 10 times a day. Piltover was regarded as a more civilized city than Graves' hometown, in some ways at least. He yanked the cork free with his teeth and spat it to the floor before taking a swig. He spilled it around in his mouth like he'd seen rich folks do before swallowing it. Piss water, he said, but beggars can't be choosers, huh? A voice shouted through the broken windows, buoyed with confidence it had earned, and the false bravado of numbers. Give it up, Graves. There's 7 of us to 1 of you. This ain't going to end well. Damn straight it ain't, hollered Graves in return. If you want to walk away from this, you best go fetch more men. He took another swig from the bottle and put it down on the bar. Time to get to work, he said, lifting his one-of-a-kind shotgun from the bar. Graves reloaded, pushing fresh shells home. The weapon snapped together with a satisfying lethal sound, loud enough to carry to the man outside. Anyone who knew him would know that sound and what it meant. The outlaw slid off the bar stool and made his way to the door, glass crunching beneath his boot heels. He stooped to glance through a cracked window. 4 men crouched behind makeshift cover, 2 on the upper floor of a fancy workshop, another 2 in a shadowed doorways to either side. All held crossbows or muskets at the ready. We tracked you halfway across the world, you son of a bitch, shouted the same voice. Bonnie didn't say nothing about you being alive or dead. Walk out now with that cannon of yours held high, and there don't need to be no more bloodshed. Oh, I'm coming out, shouted Graves. Don't you worry none about that. He drew a silver serpent from his pocket and flipped it onto the bar, where it spun through a pool of spilled rum before landing heads up. A trembling hand reached up to take it. Graves grinned. That's for the door, he said. What about the door? Asked the innkeeper. Graves hammered his boot into the inn's front door, smashing it from its hinges. He dove through the splintered frame, rolling to one knee, gun blasting from the hip. All right, you bastards, he roared. Let's finish this. Nice little short story. That means we got 2 left, and then his background, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me check the Google Doc. Graves, we've got... Huh. We've got one more story after this. And it's a long story. Perfect. I'll save that for later. Well then. Fuck, man. This is going to be a long one to read. I need to stretch my legs. My legs are killing me right now. Like, badly. Oh, it's another Twisted Fate, so it should be funny. Hopefully. Fuck, dude. It just keeps on going up. Alright. Fuck, I need to stretch my legs. Ow. I got vaccines yesterday, and they have been kicking my ass. I woke up at 4 in the morning today. Felt like I was gonna throw up. Didn't, thankfully. But I couldn't move. My back was just in so much pain. My arms were aching badly. And... Alright, I'm gonna let it home. Alright. Well, I'm gonna order dinner after this. What am I gonna order? I don't know. Guess time will tell. And my hunger, because I haven't had anything to eat today, and it has been 15 hours. Nice. Technically 23, because I slept for 8 hours. I'm just yapping. Don't mind me. I'm just yapping. Order beer? Yeah, okay. No. Get ramen? Ah, fuck, ramen does sound good, but I'm gonna save that for later. I'll probably go somewhere for groceries and get ramen. I like the... fuck, is it the spicy beef that I like? I think it's the spicy beef. Spicy beef is really good. Alright, time for another 20-minute read. Destiny and Fate by Anthony Reynolds. Ah, Bilgewater. It's a hateful, stinking cesspit of murder and treachery at the best of times. And damn, it's good to be home. My back's to the open ocean as I row out across Bilgewater Bay, so I'm facing the lights of the port city, shining like fool's gold in the distance. We'd been running jobs in Valor, in the city of progress, and its uglier, downtrodden sister, but things started getting hot. And besides, the prince reached out to us with this contract, and the money was too good to ignore. Far too good. Really, for what looks to me like a wild deal chase, there's got to be a catch. Always is, but as I said, the coin on offer weren't to be sniffed at. Still, can't believe we're back. Last time we were here, things got a little, well, explosive. Fuck, I need it. Yeah! I need water. Yeah, instant noodles. I think, is that what I get? Hold on, let me go to... I have the recording paused. Give me a second, I'll look this shit up. What do I have? Spicy beef ramen. No, no. It's Marchan. That's the brand that I eat with ramen. Their chicken, beef are the ones that I've had. I might try the shrimp flavor. Marchan has some crazy flavors. Sound good though. Ramen flavors. Let's see what they got in terms of flavors. Holy shit. They have a lot. Creamy chicken. Okay. That's not something I was expecting to read for a flavor, but alright. Soy sauce flavor? Is that really that good? Okay, chili, beef, chicken, roast beef, roast chicken, shrimp, pork, soy sauce, and picante chicken flavor. Oh. I'm probably just gonna go with the chicken or the spicy ramen. Anyways. Where was I with reading this? Got it. Sarah Fortune played us all like a fiddle. Me, TF, Gangplank, no one had ever taken on that goddamn psychopath like she did. Blew him and his ship to smithereens, with all Bilgewater watching. And TF and I, we got a close-up view. Just dumb luck we survived. Of course I hold a grudge against her, but I have to admit, it was mighty impressive what she pulled off. She's running the place now, from what I hear. There's a few more captains to bring into line, or see to the bottom of Bilgewater Bay. Only a few left who still reckon they can make a play to claim the unofficial... Shit. Just a few more captains to bring in the line, or a seat at the bottom of Bilgewater Bay. Only a few left who still reckon they can make a play to claim the unofficial throne themselves, like our old friend the Prince. Can you at least try to keep your mind on the job? We're drifting off course. I glower at TF while I'm working up a sweat, the smug bastard sitting back, absently flipping cards through his slippery fingers. He's far too scrawny to be of use on an oar anyway, but him criticizing me while lounging like a fancy Demacian High Lord rubs me the wrong way. The fact that he's right. Currents pulled us a couple 100 yards south, meaning I gotta row that extra bit harder to guess where we need to be. It just riles me even more. Feel free to take over any time you want, my lord, I growl. Can't, he says, as he lays 3 cards face down on the upturned barrel in front of him. Busy. Scowling, I glance over my shoulder to get my bearings. We're passing through a forest of sharp rocks jutting out of the ocean like knife blades. Of course, it ain't the ones above the surface that are the problem. Just like always, it's the blades you can't see that are the real killers. They're called the Widowmakers. They've claimed scores of victims over the years. You can see the remnants of the ships that have smashed... They're called the Widowmakers, and they've claimed scores of victims over the years. You can see the remnants of the ships that have smashed on them, broken masts wedged between rocks, shattered planks circling in eddies, rotting board nets strung up on razor-sharp pinnacles. Most of those wrecks are caused by damned fool captains not wanting to pay a Buru wave whisper to guide them into port. Not too clever, that choice. Thankfully, we ain't trying to navigate the Widowmakers in anything more than 10 feet from bow to stern. The leaky rowboat's name is Intrepid, and I must admit I've grown more than a little fond of her since we met in our past. She's not much to look at, a bit rusty around the edges, and she could use a lick of paint. But she hasn't let us down yet, which is something. And she ain't complaining about my rowing. TF turns over each of the 3 cards one by one. He frowns and shuffles them back up in his hands. He's been doing this since we ghosted off the White Wharf. Something in the cards has got him spooked. I don't give it any more thought. Tonight's little paddle into the harbor ain't gonna amount to nothing, but we gotta make a show of giving it a solid try. I'm just damn pleased we got half the gold krakens up front. As far as I'm concerned, that's all we'll be getting, and that's fine by me. Easiest coin we've ever made. A splash of seawater from my oar slaps TF in the face. He stops shuffling his cards and looks up glaring. Do you mind? He says. Nope, I don't mind one bit. My bad, I give him a shrug and keep on rowing. He takes off his hat and wipes his cheek. Once done, he gives me another glare and puts it back on. Pulls it down low in front, trying to seem all mysterious. Looks like a damn fool to me. I try to keep the smirk off my face as I dig one of my oars into the water again. Get him good this time, right on the side of the head. Smack! Oh, for luck's sake, he snaps, glaring at me, sticks one finger in his ear and gives it a good waggle. Doing that on purpose. Can't help it, I says. It's your own fault trying to look fancy with your mighty fine coat and you're having a bath once a week. Brings out something mean in me. I get him again, perhaps a little more than I intended to. Soaks him to the skin. Infuriated, he starts to stand up, leveling a finger at me. But that just sets Intrepid rocking wildly. He sits down in a hurry, clinging to the sides of the little rowboat, a hilariously terrified expression on his face. For all his show of fanciness, in that moment, all TF's cool just got thrown overboard. I shake my head, chuckling. It still makes me laugh. He's one of the river folk, and that lived half his life in Bilgewater, no less, and he still can't swim. I didn't know that Twisted Fate can't swim. And he lives in Bilgewater. That's not a good combination to have. He's staring daggers at me, his perfumed and carefully oiled hair now hanging limp and dripping like seaweed. I try not to, but it sets me giggling again. You're an imbecile, he says. I row on. After a time, the toiling of third bell reaches us, drifting across the harbor from Bilgewater. We're here, TF announces, finally consulting his cards once more. I look over my shoulder. A jagged rock, big enough to be a small island, is looming before us, but it doesn't look much different from any of the others. You sure? Yes, I'm sure, he replies sharply. Still annoyed about the water, I guess. I've checked and rechecked. The cards keep telling me this is the one. There's quite a few little tricks TF can do with those cards of his. You can use them to get in and out of places we'd otherwise never have access to, which is mighty handy when trying to pull off a job. I've even seen him hurl a card to make a wagon explode, like it was packed with gunpowder. But what he's been doing tonight is proper old Blood River folk stuff. Must say it's usually pretty accurate. At TF's direction, I pull Intrepid in close, roaring around to the leeward side of the sheer rock face. The swell rises and falls, threatening to smack us against it, but I keep her steady and drop anchor. When TF tells me we're at the right spot, the rock towers overhead. So, how do we get up there, I ask. We don't, he says. The cards tell me the shrine's inside. I don't see no cave entrance. Then I see TF's grin and my heart sinks. He points overboard, down into the water. You ain't serious, I mutter. Last time we were in Bilgewater, I thought I was gonna drown, chained to a can and kicked overboard. TF saved me, but it was a close thing, and I ain't too keen to relive the experience. Afraid so, partner, he says, unless you want me going in by my lonesome. So you make off with the loot and claim the rest of those krakens without me? I don't think so. I have forgotten that this son of a dungworm has left me high and dry before, running off with the coin and leaving me to face the consequences. Those years locked up ain't ones I'm getting back. I thought you didn't believe the shrine existed, says TF. If I recall correctly, you described it as a wild eel chase, right? Yeah, well, I still think it's a load of superstitious horse manure. On the off chance it ain't, I want my cut. He's the one smirking now. As I started taking off my coat and boots, I make sure my shells and cigar are secured and watertight. Then check and recheck that my big double-barreled shotgun, Destiny, newly forged and built over to my own specifications, is tightly wrapped in oilskins and strapped snugly across my back. I roll up my sleeves. So where's this tunnel then? I dive in, hope I ain't jumping right into a school of frenzied razorfish. It's bastard cold and bastard dark, but I kick down, going deeper. Fish and gods know what else darn in front of me, flickering at the edge of my vision. There. Well, it's all dark down there. There's a patch that's, well, darker, further below. A tunnel entrance. Guess TF's cards were right. I swim into it and soon realized the water outside weren't dark at all. Not compared to this. I can't even see my own hands in front of me. It ain't too wide, neither. My fingertips scrape the smooth stone on either side with every pull. Glancing back, I see the little circle of blue marking the tunnel's entrance. I reckon I've got just enough air to turn on and make for the surface. I go on any further, and I ain't getting back out that way. TF better be right about this. If I drown down here, I swear, next harrowing, I'll be back to haunt the bastard. Okay, so harrowing, for those of you who don't know, is essentially when all like the ghosts in Bilgewater come to life and essentially attack Bilgewater. It's actually interesting to learn about. There's light up ahead, and I kick off the tunnel floor toward it, thinking I found a way out, but no, it's just a bastard glowing jellyfish, tentacles drifting like deadly tow lines, and going near that thing. I swim on, now completely blind, panic slowly rising like a blood moon tide. I hit a wall in front, and for a horrible moment I think I'm at a dead end. Instinct kicks in, and I push straight up, searching for air, but all I achieve is smacking my head on the rock above. Hard. The cold numbs the pain, but I reckon there's blood in the water. Not exactly ideal to be bleeding. Berserker sharks can smell that miles away. I feel trapped, like a rat in a water-filled barrel. Am I drawn for real this time? There's gotta be a way through. I scrabble around desperately, feeling blindly at the walls. Seems like this curving spiral is carved in the stone, but that ain't too interesting right now. The air in my lungs feels like poison, my strength starting to fade when I find the opening. Kicking through, I suddenly see the moonlight overhead. I swim up, break the surface, suck in a deep, ragged breath. I'm alive. Treading water, I take stock of my surroundings. I'm inside a cave, partially open to the sky with the moon shining down. I paddle over to a rocky ledge and clamber out. Crabs the size of my head skitter out of my way. They've each got one overgrown blue claw, and they're waving them at me like they begrudge my presence here. And that's fine with me. Never liked crabs. Make my skin crawl, they do. Too many legs. First things first. I unsling Destiny and unwrap her oilskins. In the moonlight, I give her a quick inspection, checking the loading mechanism and trigger. Looks good. I load a couple of shells, and suddenly things feel a whole lot brighter. Not much that gives me the fear when I've got the good lady Destiny locked and loaded in my hands. Took you long enough, says a voice. I almost unsheathed both barrels before I realized it's just TF. He's leaning against a rock, trying to look all detached and suave, since he took the easy way in with his cards. Damn near shat myself, you stupid bastard. I growl. You're bleeding, he says. I touch my scalp. My hand comes away red. I'll live. Hope I'm right about that. He might try to play it cool, but TF's still looking at me, and I could tell he's concerned. I won't admit it, but I appreciate that. I don't get all excited. I'm fine. I look around, noting that every inch of the wall is inscribed with curving patterns. Uru carvings. It takes me a moment to realize what they are. That's a lot of serpents, I say, stating the obvious. Huh. Maybe there's something to this wild eel chase after all. Still think this is nothing but a myth, TF asks? I just grunt and reply. Even if I am starting to come around, I ain't given him the satisfaction yet. See, the thing we've been hired to find is a Bilgewater legend, something any sane individual would dismiss as no more real than the title trickster or the legends of the summoners. The Abyssal Crown. Title trickster is Fizz, a champion. So, wait, hold on, is Fizz not real then? I think he is, I don't know. It's said that whoever wears the crown commands the beast below, and whoever commands the beast below would control the waters around the Serpent Isles. Control them, and, well, you naturally control Bilgewater. That's why the prince is so desperate to get his golden hands on it. Not much Missy Fortune could do to dispute his claim if he was wearing the abyssal crown. So, where's the shrine, I say? There's a passage leading farther in, back over there, TF says, gesturing deeper into the cave, perhaps through there. And we're swimming, I hope, I mutter. The passage TF found ain't much more than a crack in the rocks. He's got no meat on his bones and slips through like a flounder. Mine is the more robust, and I dare say more admirable, physique, and I lose a few buns trying to squeeze through. I'm grumbling and swearing on my breath, cursing that double helping of chowder I scrapped down earlier in the night, when TF shushes me, forefinger tapping pointedly on his lips. With a final grunt, I'm through, almost falling flat on my face. Then the smell hits me like a fist. It's a stink not dissimilar to the vile, awful and fish gut reek of the slaughter docks. Makes the eyes water. Brings back bad memories, too. Moonlight filters down through a gap in this cave ceiling, but it's still dark. It takes me a moment to register the sheer amount of flotsam and jetsam piled up around the place. It looks like a hoarder's paradise with all manner of junk and refuse filling every nook and cranny. This cavern's larger than the last, and every part of it, well, every part that doesn't have a random crab headed heaped up against it, is also covered in Buru carvings. More serpents. I'm sensing a theme here. There's a big old pool of black water to one side, probably connected to the same bastard tunnel that tried to drown me. But there's no way all this refuse and junk got washed in here. Nah, this was brought here by someone. In truth, there's a strange kind of order to it, even if it's the kind of order imposed by a mind twisted like a sailor's knot. There's barrels and boxes, chests and nets, fishing tackle and rusted harpoons, lengths of long rotted rope. Piles of shells and stones are arranged in strange stacks, and jars of fetid liquid and gods know what else are lined up on crude shelves made from driftwood. A rusted anchor leans against a wall, and a ship's barnacle-covered figurehead, a buxom lass with a fishtail, is wedged between a couple of boulders. Her flaking paint makes it look like her skin is coming off. Broken masts crisscross overhead like crooked rafters. Seaweed hangs from them in long strands, alongside little bundles of slowly spinning fish bones and twigs, tied with twine and hair and torn ribbons of rotting sails. And there, in the shadows toward the far wall, half hidden among the bric-a-brac, something that looks an awful lot like... You think that's it, I whisper? It's an altar of sorts, carved straight out of the stone wall, made to look like a swarming mass of sea serpents. Red fins, bile belchers, ebony spined throats, the lot of them. Surrounded by hundreds of unlit candles, melted wax everywhere, as well as dozens of skulls from all manner of beasties. More than a few human skulls in there, too. The abyssal shrine. There's awe in TF's voice. He's always been a superstitious type, being river folk and all. Yeah, that's it, alright. TF starts picking his way over to the shrine. I follow a little more slowly, eyeing the shadows. Feels like about now is when something bad would usually happen. That tends to be the way these things go for us. Of course, I'm also watching TF. Better not be trying to pocket that crown on the sly, I growl. He gives me a dirty look, but doesn't bother replying. Something catches my eye then. I think my heart stops for a second. There's an elderly woman lying on a knee-high rock shelf nearby. I almost missed her, scanning right over her before I realized what I was seeing. Ah, hell, as I breathe. Now my heart's going again, beating like a Noxian war drum. She's on her back, hands clasped in front of her like a statue of the dead. Actually, by the looks of her, she might well be dead, or damn close. Her clothes are half rotten, and she's the color of a weak dead fish. Might be the light or lack thereof, but it also looks mighty like the veins in her see-through skin are ink black. There's an old lady over here, I hiss. TF's at the shrine, giving it the once over. Huh? He says absently. I said there's an old lady over here, I repeat a little louder, glancing over her to see if she wakes up. She doesn't. TF glances back. What's she doing? Sleeping, I whisper. Or being dead, I don't know which. I give her a sniff and almost retch. But she stinks something fierce, so probably dead. TF is making his concerned face, his brows meeting in the middle. He usually reserves that for a really bad hand of cards, or finding a fresh stain on the ridiculously overpriced tailored jacket he got in Piltover. I guess just leave her be then, he says. Brilliant. Change the subject. Any sign of the crown? No. He turns his back to the shrine. It should be here. I move toward him to help with the search when the woman gives a rasping snort behind me. I turn fast, shotgun leveled, but she doesn't stir. Alive then. I look at what I'm doing and shift my aim toward the sky. What was I gonna do? Shoot a sleeping old grandma? No matter how bad she smells, she seems like it would just be inviting a whole shipload of bad luck down upon us. Turning back, I keep a wary eye on the old bat, just in case. Then I step on something. Something that moves. Something that gives out a muffled shriek. There's another person in here, completely buried beneath a pile of rotting sailcloth. He scrabbles away from me like a cornered dog, panicked eyes wild. By the cut of his clothes and the gold earring, he has the look of a sailor. The one that ain't had a good feed in a while. It's then that I see the rusted shackle around his leg, connected to a chain, which in turn is bolted to the wall nearby. Seeing no threat, I use Destiny's barrel up. I nod to TF, who'd spun around glowing cards at the ready. Easy now, I say to the captive, holding up a hand. I ain't here to do you no harm. Get me out of here, he whispers, eyes darting between me and the sleeping old woman. I don't want to be no sacrifice. I was just sent to look for the crown. Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out. His voice is getting louder as his panic builds. Who knows how long the poor fellow's been chained to a wall down here? Or why? Now then, son, keep it down, I say, trying to be all calm like. Get me out of here, get me. Shut him up, hisses TF. Why he's gotta order me around, huh? I snap, making a show of turning toward my partner in crime, jabbing a finger at him. I got this, alright? It's just like when. It's a simple misdirection technique, one I learned from TF, actually. Gear marks attention with a sudden movement, direct their focus where you want them to look, and then we'll see the thing you don't want them to see. Case in point, the prisoner's frantic gaze shifts to TF, and he don't notice me stepping in close till it's too late. I slam the butt of Destiny square into his face. I ain't trying to kill him, but I want him to have a good long sleep. I throw a glance over my shoulder, but it seems the old bird didn't hear anything. Probably stone deaf. Still, the sailor seemed pretty worked up. I'm starting to get the feeling there's something mighty wrong about her. Nicely done, TF says. I give him a nod and kneel down beside the unconscious captive. He looks a bit familiar. I think I recognize him, I say. I yank down his collar, popping a few buttons. Yup, there it is. Small tattoo, a pair of crossed hand cannons. Yeah, this is one of Missy Fortune's boys. I reckon one too. Reckon she'd pay handsomely to have him back. TF grunts in amusement. Seems the princess is the only one after the crown. Looks like. Wonder if she'd pay better. Need to find it first, he says. What did he say about being a sacrifice? As far as I'm concerned, if that old woman is strong enough to overpower Miss Fortune's man, she either got help, which could be close by, or there's much more to her than it seems. Either way, I ain't keen to stick around. Let's just get out of here, I mutter. This don't feel good. But we're so close, TF says. It's right here. I know. Give me a little longer. Feels strange wanting to cut and run and him wanting to stay. Then at the way these things usually play out. I cast another uneasy glance at the old lady, but give a reluctant nod. Alright, but be quick. TF seats himself on the floor and starts dealing out cards before him, face down in a symmetrical pattern. I leave him to and start poking around, prodding into dark spaces, with Destiny's barrels and being a bit more cautious of where I plant my feet. I find some old tarnished coins and am more than a little surprised to see a few gold krakens among them. I pocket those, sliding a glance over at TF to make sure he doesn't notice. You certain it's here, I say? TF lifts up a card so I can see it. The picture looks like, well, it looks like a gold crown in the shape of Certain. Don't think I've seen that card before, I say. Nor have I, says TF. Never existed. Till now. The crown's here. Somewhere. I'll never really understand those cards of his. Keep searching, but after a while I get the sense we're being watched. Can't say I much like the feeling. I turn around and place, looking into the darkness. There are flickers of movement at the corner of my vision, but it all goes still when I focus on them. I try to shake it off. Probably just more crabs. Still, it seems like getting out of here would be a good idea, sooner rather than later. TF mutters to himself, then scoops up his cards. He looks around, frowning. I get the feeling we're being watched. Not just me, then. I'm not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. Catch another glimpse of movement and find my eye drawn to an upturned bucket on the floor. Did it just move? I keep focused on it, and after a moment, the bucket does indeed inch along the floor. Just a smidge, before stopping again. I reckon I've seen a few odd things in my life, but can't say I've ever seen a bucket acting sneaky before. I take a step closer, leaning down toward it. There's a hole in the side of it, and it looks like Yup, there's an eye staring out right back at me. A big yellow staring eye. Got you now, you little, I say, leveling destiny at it. Seeing its whizzes up, whatever's within flips over the bucket and makes a break for it. I almost shoot before I see it's nothing but a damn octopus. I hear TF chortle as the rubbery thing goes squelching across the cave floor, hauling itself along with a surprising turn of speed. It's only got a single eye and is still staring at me as it scoots backward. That's not something you see every day, TF says. The gangly green thing flaps along to the base of the rock shelf where the old woman sleeps. It reaches up with a pair of tentacles and starts climbing. Don't let it wake her up, hisses TF. What do you want me to do? Shoot it? Don't you think that might just wake her up? TF has a card at the ready but doesn't throw. Probably on account of not wanting to risk hitting the old woman. I don't know, grab it or something. I ain't touching no one-eyed octopus, Tobias. He gives me a look at the use of his real name. Oh, you have to call me that, he says. It's Twisted Fate now, alright? I roll my eyes. I ain't calling you that. It's a stupid and pretentious, and the old woman gives a shuddering snort, and we see her bickering instantly. We look over to see the slimy beastie wrapping its tentacles around her face. There's an unpleasant squelching sound as it pulls itself onto her head, like a grotesque bonnet, and attaches its big yellow eye blinks. That ain't right, I murmur. Then the old woman sits bolt upright. Oh shit. Now I'm secure enough in myself to admit the sound I made when the old lady sat up was perhaps a little more shrill than I'm proud of. But to be fair, TF's cry was even less dignified than mine. I need water, badly. It is fucking 24 minutes into this recording, and looks like I'm about 2/3 done. Not bad. It's gonna be a good recording, good video. Well, I wonder how many viewers we got. Are we still at like 80 above? Yep, 88. Fuck, dude. Holy shit. Alright. Let's continue this reading. The old woman's eyes snap open. They're as wide as serpent milk. Blind she might be, but she turns toward us all the same. More little rats sneaking and thieving, she says. Her voice sounds like, well, exactly like how you'd imagine an old sea witch with an octopus on her head would sound. Naughty rats, nothing here for you. Oh no. Now hold on just one moment, lady, I say as she swings her legs around and plants her bare feet on the cave floor. I got Destiny leveled at her, but she don't seem to care. We ain't no rats, and we ain't no thieves. Well, we are thieves, but, well, I look over at TF. Call me out, would you, I hiss. Looking for the abyssal crown, TF says. If you'd be so kind as to hand it over, there doesn't need to be any trouble. The old witch stands up with the aid of a serpent-headed staff. Didn't notice that earlier. She turns her blank, cloudy eyes toward us and gives a toothless smile. Silly, silly rat, she says, drooling. Already drowned. Promised to the beasts below and don't even know it. She slams her staff down on the floor. Reverberations shudder through the cave, and ripples spread across the black water. There's a clicking sound like a lot of sticks and twigs breaking, and the walls come alive with movement. Things detach from the surrounding darkness. Big things. Crabs, I mutter. Of course it had to be crabs. These ain't normal crabs, though. Not that I describe anything with that many legs as normal under regular circumstances, but these things are something else. They're about the size of small wagons for starters, and they seem mighty intent on ripping us limb from limb. They come skittering toward us, each waving a giant blue claw. Gotta say, it looks a whole lot more threatening when that claw is big enough to snip a man in two. More of them break the surface of the water, chittering and snapping, scuttling sideward up into the cave. Eat this, you leggy son of a... I roar and unleash both barrels into the first to come at us. The blast is deafening, and hurls the giant crab backward with satisfying violence. Flash of red, and TEF sends one of his cards slicing to the middle of a cluster of them. It explodes, catching the lot of them in a burst of sorceress flames. Fuck my throat. Blech. I'm gonna add stream after this reading. Yeah, I'm probably. I think I've been reading for what, almost fucking 2 hours? No. Hour 40. Around. Hour and a half. At least an hour and a half. Which is pretty good. I won't lie. I reload just in time to pump a shot into another of the skittering beasts, blasting its overgrown claw to pieces. Shards of crab shell and wet meat splatter outward, and the behemoth staggers. My second shell disintegrates its eye stalks and clacking mandibles and it's thrown onto its back. Kicks like a damn mule, does Destiny. One tries to flank TF, and I give a shout of warning. He dives, sliding underneath a snapping claw, and flicks another card. It hits the creature with a golden flash. The crab goes instantly still, frozen in place. Freshly reloaded, I step up and blast it back into the water in a shower of crab bits. We gotta get out of here, I holler. Now without the crown, TF calls back, dodging a claw. Feels to me like he's trying to make a point. See, TF's got a history of taking off as soon as things start to look dicey, leaving me to pick up the pieces. But he swears that's not his way anymore, and I guess he's willing to die to prove it. Let's just stamp stupid. Admiral, stupid. You know, good to us if we're dead, I shout. I take another shot. One of the damn crabs grabs Destiny's claws. I squeeze the trigger. It drags my aim off, and I hit the abyssal shrine, blasting it apart. The sea witch, who I might add, has been cackling away like a fiend this whole time, screeches in fury. I'm wrestling with the crab that's got Destiny's claw. I am releasing my grip, and the crab don't seem inclined to neither. I snarl. That's mine, he's scuttling. A pair of cards slices through the air, taking off each of the crab's eye stalks. That makes it let go, and it staggers off violently, bumping into walls and other scuttlers. I nod my thanks, but TF ain't looking. He's staring over at the shrine. Well, where the shrine was. Now it's mostly a pile of rocks. Seems it was hollow the whole time, but that my wayward shot busted wide open. Well, would you look at that, I say. Seems someone was entombed inside. They're nothing more than dry bones now, sticking out of the rubble. There's a tarnished crown circling their skull, too. A crown that glints like gold, is fashioned in the form of a hissing serpent. I cast a glance over at the witch. She looks mighty displeased with this turn of events. Scowling, she starts to rise up off the floor. For a second, I wonder if I hit my head harder than I first thought. I have to blink a few times to make sure I'm seeing things right, but I'm not imagining it. She's now hovering a good 2 feet off the ground. Huh, I say. The snarl, the witch jabs her staff toward us, and a hole opens up in the air. Now, admittedly, that doesn't make a lick of sense, but it's the best I got to describe it. The hole is about the size of a cannonball. It's to start with, but it expands quickly. Like a rip in a ship's hold, a torrent of frigid seawater spills through it, and I go down to one knee as I lose my footing. There's movement in the hole as well, and a massive yellow eye appears, iris contracting sharply as it peers through. Looks just like the octopus thing. I should tap the witch's head. Only 100, no, 1,000 times bigger. I get the feeling it's somewhere deep, deep down in the darkest ocean depths. But here it is, eyeballing us like we're bait on the end of a line. Next I know, the eye pulls away and 2 giant tentacles lash through the hole. I unleash both barrels and blow one of those tentacles clean off. Flops to the cave floor, spraying blue blood all over as it thrashes and wriggles. The other one wraps around a giant crab, lifting it easily and whips it back into the hole. The old sea witch remains floating in place with an evil grin. It seems she's happy to hang back and watch her beast finish us off. Get the damn crown, I bark, pushing back to my feet and filling with a pair of fresh shells. Again, the yellow eye races up to the hole, peering through. It looks at TF, but I shout and wave my arms, and its giant pupil snaps toward me. A tentacle darts through and wraps around me, damn near crushes my rib cage as it squeezes and lifts me off my feet. It starts pulling me in, but before I'm dragged through the hole to God's nowhere, I manage to get Destiny up and level it at the eye. Seems to me there's a certain level of intelligence in that gaze, more than one would expect of a big old sea monster. Sees Destiny and has an inkling of what's coming, because the eye pulls back fast. Not fast enough, mind. Destiny roars, barking fire and brimstone, and I hear and feel the great beast's roar of pain. I'm dropped abruptly to the floor. Water continues to pour into the cave, sending me tumbling head over arse before I'm slammed against the wall. Thankfully, I still got a hold of Destiny. I'm none too eager to head back to Piltover to get another made chest yet, but she likely took some water during my little spill. I come up spluttering. Feels like I've swallowed half of Bilgewater Bay. I see TF lift the crown off the skeleton and give me a quick nod. Now we go, he says. I scramble to my feet. Seems like, for the moment at least, the beast behind the hole has backed off. The water keeps pouring through. The hole caves knee-deep, and refuse and junk are floating around. The giant crabs, those few still here, are milling around, confused as to what's going on. The witch's captive is awake now. He's climbed up onto a rock and is staring around him, terrified. Can't say I blame him. He's still chained up as well, which ain't ideal for him with the rising water. I aim Destiny at the chain and pull the trigger. Least I can do is give the fellow a fighting chance. Nothing happens. Seems water did get into her workings. Sorry, friend, I say with a shrug. The witch sees TF with the crown and hisses in fury. She starts floating over toward us, toes dragging in the frigid brine. TF tosses the crown to me and I awkwardly catch it. Why are you giving it to me? I have to yell to be heard over the sound of the roaring water. Figured you wouldn't want to let it. You wouldn't want to let it out of your sight. He shouts back. That you wouldn't trust me to shift out without. That you wouldn't trust me to shift out with it. I considered that for half a second. Gotta say, I'm a little surprised and a little impressed. If TF keeps this up, I might just have to reassess my opinion of him. Still, the witch is now focused on me, and it looks like she's mouthing a curse. As I said, I ain't the superstitious type, but I ain't stupid neither. I toss the crown back to him. I trust you, I shout. More or less. I take another glance at the witch. Behind her, the big old yellow eye is peeking through the hole again. I feel a moment of satisfaction to see an angry red mark where destiny bit. TF flicks out a trio of cards, each trailing sorcerer's flame, but the witch makes a dismissive gesture. An invisible force knocks him off course. They fail to hit home. On she comes, floating closer. She's smiling her toothless grin now, exposing rotting gums. Seems the reason she thinks she's got us dead to rights. Go, get out of here, I shout to TF, even as I swing Destiny over my shoulders. No time to see her wrapped in watertight. If I get out of this mess, she'll need some tending. Assuming the other side, TF says with a wink. I believe him too. Who would have thought? Take them now, shrieks the witch. She points her staff at us, and the giant behemoth hurls itself forward, trying to push itself through the hole. Massive tentacles squeeze out, reaching for us. Time to leave. TF starts doing his thing, cards dancing, focusing on making his exit, and he and the crown are gone. My turn. Take a running jump into the dark pool, even as tentacles whip toward me. Really hope this does connect to the tunnel I swam through. Else that heroic leap's gonna seem mighty daft. I hit the water, diving deep, and start swimming. Can't see anything worth a damn, but the time for caution is long past. If I smack straight into a wall, so be it. Right now, that's the least of my problems. Thankfully, seems my hunch was right. I swim under a dark rock, blind to come up on the other side, back in the first cavern. I can hear the sea witch screeching in rage, echoing around the cave. Any moment, I expect some big damn tentacles to snake through and pull me back. Sucking in a deep breath, I dive again. I surface with a gasp. Should have been easier coming back, knowing where I was going, but it damn near killed me. Hands grab me and haul me up. With more than a little swearing and grunting, both TF and I flop into the boat. Intrepid. Why you gotta be so damn heavy, he groans. Why you gotta be so damn scrawny, I throw back. I have no idea if the sea witch or her pets are coming after us. But it don't seem like a good idea to stick around and find out. I grab hold of the oars and start pulling. There's a ship waiting for us just beyond the Widowmakers. It's a sleek cutter, built for speed, the Ascended Empress. It's a gaudy thing, decked out with gold leaf and a cat-headed woman for a figurehead. Presumably the aforementioned Empress. Guess the prince is eager to get a hold of his prize, eh? Says TF as the cutter turns toward us. Seems like. Within minutes, the Empress is alongside us. A net's thrown down in eager hands haul us aboard once we clamber to the top. The prince and his crew are there to greet us. He is an odd one, the prince. Always has been. Claims to be descended from the lost rulers of the Shreem and Sandlands, and waltzes around wearing gold paint caked on his face. Always pays well, though. You have it? Asks the prince. He's so eager he's practically licking his golden lips. You got our coin, I say. A pair of purses bulging with krakens are thrown at our feet. I stoop down to inspect them. Got a good heft. Like I said, the prince has always been one to pay well. TF hands over the crown, and the prince takes it, full of reverence. The abyssal crown, he breathes. He stares at it a moment longer, then places it atop his smooth golden head. A broad smile creeps across his face. He gives us an appreciative nod and strides onto the foredeck. He steps up to the bow and leans out, facing the open ocean, and lifts his arms high. Rise, he bellows, shouting at the top of his lungs. Hear my command, O dwellers of the deep. Rise and come to me. The prince's crew are watching expectantly. I catch TF's eye and nod down toward Intrepid. I really didn't expect the crown to work, and part of me figured it would be best not be around when I was proved right. But after everything else I'd seen tonight, I wasn't dismissing the chance that it might. And if it did, well, it seemed like an even better reason to be far, far away. Besides, that old sea witch probably ain't going to be too impressed with someone messing with her property. Still, it's more a little surprising when the biggest damn creature I've ever seen breaches some 100 feet or so off the Ascended Empress starboard. TF and I were already half a league away, heating madly for port. But even from here, the scale of the thing is almost impossible to comprehend. Huh, I grunt. TF can't even manage that. He stands, all fear tipping overboard, momentarily forgotten, and stares mouth agape at the distant sea monster. I can just make out the tiny figure of the prince standing on the ascended Emperor's deck, arms still lifted to the sky. The beast continues to rise. It could be mistaken for a small island, though, to be fair. Not meant. If the beast continues to rise, it could be mistaken for a small island, though to be fair, not many islands have bloody gray glowing lures atop their heads, or teeth the length of a ship's keel, or masses of coiling tentacles, or pallid dead eyes the size of the moon. Almost lazily, the gargantuan beast reaches out and wraps the ascended empress in its tentacles. The cutter lists to the side, cannons and crew falling into the sea. I can still see the prince clinging to the foredeck. Then the behemoth's immense, distended jaw snaps, biting off the front half of the ship, swallowing it whole, along with the prince. It's over in moments. Before fifth bell tolls, all evidence of the ascended empress is gone, and the great beast has disappeared beneath the surface. Oh, I say again, don't think either of us expected that. After a while, I start rowing. Only once we're tied up at the white wharf and are back in solid ground that we speak. That was really something, I say. It was. Reckon that sea witch is gonna be coming after us? I reckon so. I grunt and we both stand in silence, staring back out across the bay. Drink, says TF finally. I suddenly remember those extra crackers I pocketed in the witch's cave. Might not be a bad idea to be rid of them sooner than later. Drink, I agree with a nod. And it's on me. Sarah Fortune reclines, boots up on the table. She sips from an ornate goblet, making a show of being casual. Though hidden unseen in one of her deep coat pockets, she clasps a loaded hand cannon. A veritable motherlode of old coins, artifacts, and precious gemstones are piled upon the table before her, even encrusted in verdigris, barnacles, and dried seaweed. It's clearly enough to buy up half of the slaughter fleets. Nevertheless, Sarah Fortune pretends to be unimpressed. No need to seem too eager. So in return for my man and this lot, she says, gesturing languidly at the treasure, what exactly is it you want? The sea witch stares at her with her blank, milky gaze. The golden eye of the creature affixed to her head, however, blinks. 2 rats promised to the beast below, the witch hisses. Find them for me, and all this, and more, shall be yours. Good story. I really enjoyed that one. What? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da. Deleting all that shit. Cool. All right. That's gonna be it for me this stream. We have reached a major fucking new record by almost 30 new people. I can't believe I had almost 100 people watching me tonight. That is fucking insane. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, please be sure to tune in because I will be doing the entirety of Dispatch, like I said before. And I have high hopes for it. That's all I'm going to say. Well then, fuck man, I feel weird leaving with 90 people watching me. But at the same time, my throat is sore. I am starving. And I am hurting. So, alright, see you tomorrow, Wilgon. See you tomorrow, chat. And hopefully you guys have a good night.